Hey you! If you're enjoying Skyline REM and want to help make it happen, you can apply to join our backstage team in the description of this video. If you don't have the time or means, don't sweat it. Subscribe, leave a like, and enjoy the video instead. That's right! You want some of this? I could do this all day!
Rex! Good morning.
Hey, nice weather we're having, huh?
Oh my god.
Just fake it. I only know how to pull myself apart. I never thought I'd go this far, but I hold the scars. It's over now. Run away, out of time. Find a place where I can never hide. I let it run, change or even strive.
Thank you for taking the time to join us, Rex, Penelope scolds, adjusting her monocle with one hand. I hope I wasn't interrupting anything. Nope, no, nothing. Lovely. She massages her temple with her opposite hand before crossing her arms. Did you hear anything that I was saying? Or do you need me to repeat myself? I heard. Yeah, I heard everything. But you know, if you wanted to say it again, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Oh my god, she groans, hanging her head and shaking it in disappointment. She motions to the table in front of you, her hand tapping against the cover of your Thaumonomicon. I was trying to tell you more about your book. Oh, yeah, my magic book! You nudge it towards her in excitement, a huge grin on your face. She sighs. Not just any magic book. I told you before. It's called a Thaumonomicon. Think of it like your own personal textbook to thaumaturgy, one of the several schools of magic. Okay, that's a lot of big words. Thaumaturgy? You pause. Wait, one of them? There's multiple schools of magic? Of course there are, Penelope states. The world around us is brimming with magic. You can find some sort of arcane energy in everything. However, there are different ways to use this energy. That's where the schools of magic come in, to assist in classifying these utilizations based on a particular style. You just stare at her, tilting your head in confusion. She blinks at you before shaking her head. Let me put it this way. You can agree that different cultures and countries possess different languages, right? Well, yeah. Consider this. At their core, all languages are different forms of communication to express thoughts or ideas, she explains, trailing her hand across the table to stand by her side. The schools of magic are the exact same way. They all use the same energy and have the same core concepts, but they express themselves in different ways. For example, alchemy is a fairly common use of magic, but depending on the school that you're working under, the process of alchemy is quite unique. So, Learning different types of magic is like learning another language. Precisely. Penelope smiles, nodding at your understanding. And your language in this metaphor is thaumaturgy. I remember reading about thaumaturgy in the book too. Thaumcraft is the specific school that you've been working under. When you recreated that potion of gleaming over a week ago, you concocted it using thaumic alchemy rather than viridescent alchemy. Additionally, your gauntlet and the spells you cast are all categorized under thaumaturgy as well. Oh, so I just gotta learn how to understand that language of magic. Essentially, if that's the school of magic you wish to study. She lowers her head at you with a frustrated smirk. Only took me explaining it to you 2 times for you to get it. You laugh sheepishly at her statement. However, she pauses. Although, I should warn you that learning more about thaumaturgy won't be particularly easy. It's not a common practice in Aurora Alley, let alone the city of Erowyn. Wait, really? Why not? Thaumcraft originates from a different country entirely, Penelope states. In Mythos, the type of magic that we primarily use is called viridescence. That's why I referred to the traditional style of alchemy I teach as viridescent alchemy. Oh. So, how am I going to learn more? I don't even know where to start. Don't worry, she puts up her hand, leaning down to smile at you. You have me, remember? I can't say that I'm the most knowledgeable in thaumaturgy, but I will do my best to get you through the basics. In many ways, I'll be studying alongside you to learn more as well. Alright, so what should we do first? She taps against the cover of your Thaumonomicon. Considering that these are independent lessons, I don't have a set curriculum. Why don't you look through that book of yours for our topic? Whatever you choose, I will try to walk you through it. Does that seem like a fair deal? Well, I can really choose anything? Within reason. If it's too complicated a request, I may ask that you select something else. I have plenty to uncover on my own as well. You consider her words before looking down at your book. Determined to find something good, you throw the book open dramatically, flipping a couple of pages before you find one that seems appealing to you. You pass by several strange and unusual hand-drawn diagrams, before eventually you find a header that catches your eye. Oromancy. You lean over, narrowing your eyes to read the passage. Thaumic spellcasting through oromancy has never been a strong suit of mine. While I've never had trouble constructing the crystal lattices that make up a focus, I've never found my work in the imbuement process to be satisfactory. The complexity of my preferred aspects make it difficult to construct a spell with the exact potency I require. Perhaps my scope is too advanced for the simplicity of oromancy. Therefore, utilizing the much more traditional methods of my homeland, Wait, hey, look at this, Penelope! You don't finish reading the passage, instead turning it around and allowing Penelope to read it. She adjusts her monocle, looking over the passage with narrow eyes. Is that what you wish to learn? Oromancy? It says you can make spells with it! Heck yeah, I want to learn it! I want more spells! I see. She stands up straight, considering your choice. Alright then. Let's take today to discuss the basics of oromancy. For this, I believe we'll need a device in the tower's workshop. Come with me, Rex. You got it! I'm in a chair! Oh no! Alright, I escaped. Oh, hey guys! How are you guys doing today? Welcome any new chatters. Thank you for tuning into the stream, I appreciate it. Hello everybody. Where's she going? Alright, we have to head down to the workshop. Man, I'll never get over the sights around here. Ooh. Right, this place. With the mysterious colored liquids. And the books. And that thing. Huh. Cool. You follow Penelope into the Magic Tower's workroom. Your gaze hovers over the mysterious liquids covering each and every shelf of the strange ritual surrounded by lit candles. You wonder at the dozens of papers and books scattered throughout the room, and the various diagrams and note clippings that hang from the walls. Penelope stops at a strange metallic and gray work table. A white crystal held up by even stranger black rods remains stationary above the workspace. Whoa! What's this thing? This is called a focal manipulator, she explains. It's an essential tool in thaumic oromancy. She crosses her arms and narrows her eyes. Consider it a workbench for spells. You use this device to manipulate the energy of a focus to create different effects. Oh, I know what a focus is! You hold up your gauntlet, removing the glowing orange orb that rests within it. That's this thing, right? You ask for confirmation. I found it when I found the Thaumonomicon. That's correct, Penelope nods. It is my understanding that foci are the fundamental basis for the practice of oromancy. She pauses. Although, admittedly, I can't be too certain of how we progress from here. One moment. Penelope steps away, walking over to one of the nearby shelves. Where is it? Where is it? I have a book on this somewhere. You don't know what book it is? Normally I ask Harper to fetch my books for such lessons, but she's gone to the mines to run an errand. She withdraws a large hardcover book with gold detailing on the cover. False alarm. Here it is, buried behind the botanist's guide. She begins to flip through the pages. For someone who hasn't studied thaumaturgy, you still know a lot. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't studied thaumaturgy, Penelope explains. I've done my best to study the general basics of every school of magic. Wait, seriously? You must be pretty powerful then. You flatter me, Rex, she laughs at the thought. But no, studying the basics does not equate to power. I hardly practice them all. That being said, I am more adept in some fields over others. This is not one of them. Suddenly, however, her eyes light up as she traces her fingers down the page. I see. See what? All right. She closes the book, setting it aside on a nearby table before walking back over to stand by your side. I was just reviewing one of our own books on the subject, so I could touch up on the process of creating spells. She motions to the focal manipulator. To put it simply, imagine a focus, like a prism. You know what a prism is, right? Yeah, they're the shaped glass things that reflect light, yeah? Yes, she nods. A prism is constructed in a certain way to diffract a beam of light into different isolated colors. A focus does the same, except with this. She next motions to the area around you both. There's an abundance of aspects in this, so when you make a focus, you're essentially isolating one of those aspects. Your construction of the focus will also affect what the focus is capable of when the vis is channeled. So my fire spell. That focus itself was crafted to isolate the aspect of ignis, or fire, and uses vis to focus and channel that aspect. She looks back at the focal manipulator. The greater the power of the focus, the more complicated the spell can become. It's similar to a crystal lattice, and as you attempt more and more advanced oromancy, the number of lattices within increases. Okay. I think I get it. Now then, with all that being said, Penelope walks back over to her book. Why don't you use your Thaumonomicon to decide what spell you want us to try and create? While you do that, I'm going to work on refamiliarizing myself with how to use the manipulator properly. Sure. Yeah, I can do that. Let's hop in. We can't. There we go. Just took a few tries. Hey, Blue Redford, thank you for the sub. And thank you for the gifted sub, too. I really appreciate that. Well, I guess we should read it up. Just gotta find a passage. That's a big book. You lean over a table, flipping through your book once more. You glance over the oromancy page, skimming through the passage quickly. You're not necessarily trying to read it, but instead trying to find a cool spell idea you could use for this lesson. However, you don't notice anything particularly inspiring. Dang, come on, magic book, give me something good! You turn the page, speedily running your finger across the paper, looking for any words of interest, until eventually, a familiar term catches your eye. Ignis. You narrow your eyes. That's the word for fire that Penelope used. You look at the top of the page. What's this page even about? The page doesn't have a header, so instead you look back at the passage where you found the word Ignis. You begin to read the author's notes. Despite the complexities of my research, I believe it only now dawned on me just how necessary the primary aspects of thaumaturgy are. Due to my isolation, I have to rely more on using the basics to survive. Ignis for the fires I set at night. Terra for the walls I have to build or destroy. Aqua for the water I need to stay hydrated. Air to counteract the stuffiness of the mausoleum. And finally, light and dark to help maintain some semblance of equilibrium. From there, the mixture of these base aspects is what creates every other aspect in Thaumcraft. Fire, earth, water, and air. And then whatever light and dark mean. So, the primary aspects of thaumaturgy are based around the main 4 elements. You stare down at your gauntlet. You've already managed to use one of the basics, it seems. May not be a bad idea to branch out and test the others. Maybe you could create something even cooler than the flaming punch that Ellis gave you. Your mind begins to race with ideas. You close your book, tucking it away, and excitedly turn back towards Penelope to share your findings. Oh man! Hey Scoots, thank you for the 100 bits! I really appreciate that. Penelope, I think I have an idea. Or I have some. Alright, we'll pick one and run with one. I got a lot. With a lot we can work with here. You rush back over to Penelope, who is still reading her own textbook carefully. I see. So you place it in the center, add the necessary crystals, and what does this mean? She mutters to herself. Penelope! I think I've got some ideas! She glances back at you, slowly closing her book and giving you her full attention. Oh? She asks, leaning forward. Alright then. What spell would you like to make, Rex? Okay, so I was looking through my book, and I found out about, primary aspects. I see. She nods, impressed. That's a wise decision, Rex. I believe sticking with the primary aspects while we cover the basics is a wonderful idea. Yeah, so I was thinking maybe we could go for like an earthquake spell. She immediately pauses, blinking at you. I'm sorry? You know, something that uses terror that can like shake the ground and knock people over. Ah. She hesitates. Perhaps we should save that spell for another time? I'm not sure if that's entirely appropriate for this lesson. Did you have any other ideas? Oh, right! A lightning spell! A lightning spell? She tilts her head, staring at you in confusion and concern. What would you use that for? You know, to zap monsters with! Anything else? Perhaps something a bit more tame? Well, maybe a spell that lets me, like, summon a hurricane? Alright. Penelope shakes her head, stepping forward. I am afraid I'm going to have to put my foot down, Rex. Are the only spells that you want to learn so destructive? I mean, yeah. What else would I want to learn besides the cool stuff? She rubs the bridge of her nose. You seem to be under the horrible misconception that all magic is simply used for destruction and combat, or something brutish like that. Yes? That's what it does! There's a multitude of other applications for magic, she exclaims. You're just possibly too ignorant to consider them. Penelope crosses her arms, sighing. I'm sorry, Rex, but I'm not going to cater to your misguided judgment of what magic does. What does that mean? I will not be helping you make a spell with destructive properties or implications. She leans forward. Instead, consider this your assignment for today's lesson. I want you to come up with a creative idea for a spell that isn't simply used for brute force. Wait, how am I supposed to do that? You're a clever boy, Rex. I'm certain that you can come up with something. But you need to learn that magic does not just exist to blast through your enemies. There are many more applications. You just need to find them. She turns away from you. Until then, I will continue my own research so that when you return with a simple and appropriate spell, I will be ready to help you make it. Fine. I'll be back! And I'll show you that I can use magic in creative and non-destructive ways. Yeah! Okay, how the heck do I do that? Poop. Is there a food spell? That'd be pretty cool! That also sounds advanced. Maybe we should ask around. Here, hey! Thaumcraft? The girl glances back at you with a confused expression. She considers your request before slowly shaking her head. Sorry. I don't really know anything about that type of magic. We don't study thaumaturgy or thaumic aspects in my curriculum. She looks back at the plants in front of her. I'm a botanist over anything else. If you happen to have any questions about magic flowers or their applications, then I'd be more than happy to talk your ear off. But nothing else, I'm afraid. Dang. Okay, let's just keep asking other people about thaumaturgy. Surely someone's got an idea. Thaumcraft, thaumaturgy, oromancy. Right? Someone else has got to know something. Yeah? You look knowledgeable. How about you? Sorry. The young man shakes his head. I don't know anything about thaumaturgy besides some of the basics. He shrugs his shoulders. Every mage has their own niche, you could say. I'm more of a viridescence mage than anything else, so I focused most of my study on that school of magic. He motions with his head toward the stairs. You could always try to ask someone else in Aurora Alley. I'm sure there's someone around that can know more. That's nil for nil. Whoop! I just slipped off of the stairs. That's okay, I guess. No. You don't have anything? No. What about out here? Oh, do you? Hello? The student shudders at your request, holding his books close to his chest. I'm sorry, man. That's just really not my style of magic, he states. I won't judge anyone for the school that they want to follow, but personally, Thaumcraft kind of weirds me out. He glances around. If you ask me, there's some pretty grim applications that just make my skin crawl. I think I'll stick to viridescence over dark magic any day. But hey, I hope you find someone who might know more. I'm gonna find someone. Ah! Oh,
Hi!
hey!
Sorry, I was kind of, seeking you out, if I'm gonna be real.
Oh.
Introductions first. This is Ashford.
You both stand in the center of Aurora Alley, with Ashford in a circle, glancing at each other with smiles on your faces. Ashford just looks Rex up and down, unimpressed, with his arms crossed.
So you're the traveler that was in the paper.
He states.
I expected you to be taller. Ugh, ignore him.
Lily says quickly.
It's great to see you again, Rex.
Oh yeah, it's great to see you too. What are you doing here though?
Actually I was looking for you.
Lily admits. Wait, seriously?
Yeah, it's kind of a long story, but I was wondering if you'd wanted to maybe be in the paper again? I went to write another article about you as a traveler, helping people in the city.
That sounds awesome! But I'm kind of doing an assignment right now. One that my teacher gave me.
A teacher?
Yeah, I got a magic teacher. She's teaching me all about the cool magic stuff that's in the world, but she says that I have to look more into creative ways of casting spells if I want her to help me make another one. Lily just blinks at Rex's statement, not understanding a word of it.
Right. Well, I don't know about any of that.
But I was thinking, you said the other day that you helped out the Gilstriders to get a little extra money, right? Is that so?
Ashford raises an eyebrow.
I'll be sure to take note of that little detail.
I mean, yeah. What does that have to do with this?
Well, if I write a headline about you helping people out again and write about how you're, I don't know,
really generous, I guess, then maybe other people would ask for your help with things. They could even pay you for helping them.
Rex's eyes widen. You think so? That's like so much easier than I'm currently doing for money.
So, what do you say then? We could write the best article this entire city has read, and then they'll know that you're not some harbinger of misfortune like Carly Mercer said the other day. Besides, you said it yourself. You just want to help.
I mean, yeah, I like helping people. It feels nice. And also a little weird sometimes, but mostly nice.
How heroic.
Ashford rolls his eyes.
Can we go back to the part where you just said you were in it for the money?
Rex glances in Ashford's direction, furrowing his brow. Okay, I know you said to ignore him, but who is this guy?
His name is Ashford. Unfortunately, he's kind of coming with us too.
Why?
Because I don't buy this goody two-shoes.
Ashford states plainly.
So I'm gonna report on what really matters. Your failure.
Sheesh. You sound like the Carly Mercer lady. Are you her son or something? Ashford blinks in surprise at your statement.
No, how could you even think that? I look nothing like her.
I mean, you act just like her, though. Ashford goes red in embarrassment.
I don't need to explain myself to you. He's always like that. Anyways.
Miley moves on.
Do you want to go along with the article? I know you said you have an assignment, so I don't want you to feel like you're being forced or anything.
Are you kidding? Heck yeah, I want to do it! Hey, this could even help me get the creativity I need for my next spell.
Awesome! You said you helped a lot of people before, right? Any ideas on where we could find someone who might need a hand?
Rex's mind races with thoughts of the various people he's met throughout his time in Arrowin. Certainly he could think of one he could help, right? Eventually. He remembers something from earlier this day. Actually, I think I remember my roommate mumbling about some work today for a place called the Garden Lily. Her name is Ellis. We could see if she needs any help.
The Garden Lily,
Ashford says mindlessly.
A nice enough place. It's in Waterside Grove. I always used to go there after work to get a sandwich. And why are you helping us figure that out exactly? You think I would deny the opportunity to watch this operation crash and burn? Not a chance.
He snickers.
I know this city by heart. You have an establishment you want to go to? I'd be more than happy to lead you there myself, especially if it gets me a good story.
Don't worry, Lily. There's no way I'll mess this up.
Well, if you say so, let's go to Garden Lily then. I'll show you, Ashford. Sorry about him.
Man, what an asshole.
Okay, you're kind of funny, I see.
Sorry. I couldn't help myself.
No, that was clever. I honestly, I should have thought of that one before.
How'd you even find me, by the way?
Well, kind of hate to admit it, but I mentioned that you were a dread, and Ashhole over there figured out that since that's magic related, you'd probably be somewhere in Aurora Alley.
I see. Well, I guess that was right.
Yeah, he can kind of be smart at times, but don't ever tell him because he will run with it to the moon.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He seems like a real piece of work.
Yeah, he is. Every single day at work. Makes my life a living mess, to put it lightly.
Ah. Dang. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Actually, the whole reason I'm doing this with him right now is because we're both up for a promotion. Mercer told us the one who gets her the best headline wins the promotion. He wants to show that travelers are bad, where I'm trying to prove the opposite.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Kind of hoping for that promotion. Last thing we need is another Mercer lookalike around here talking about negative stories and headlines.
Oh, Queen, thank you for the gifted subs. I really appreciate.
Woohoo!
Do you get that too, or am I crazy?
No, I do. Everyone in my head right now, they're just talking about how funny the burn was. Chat can be crazy sometimes.
I heard a lot of laughter in mine too. You know, every single time I walk down the street, I never get over the view. I know it's like
It
a
is
tourist
nice.
visiting a city for the first time. They always have their heads looking straight up. But, nah, I'm still not sick of it. I've been here for weeks.
That's actually really sweet. I felt like that when I first entered, but I've been so bogged down at the printing press lately that it's just a mad rush every day to work and back home at the end. I don't really have time to just look up and enjoy things.
I guess.
Maybe I should more often. You bring up a good point.
I mean, every time I always finish a job, I typically feel good about finishing the job. I don't know, it's fun. Doing something
That's
different
nice.
every day, at least. I'm enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
And every single time I do something, I learn something new about this city, or I see something I've never seen before. Or I learn something about this world, I guess.
Yeah, I saw the purple tree back in the Aurora Alley. That
Oh,
thing was
yeah.
so cool.
Giant purple tree,
Purple
yeah.
I have never seen a purple tree up until now.
There was when I was stuck on an island at one point, I got to knock down coconuts. Coconuts!
Stop! Like, actually?
I've never done that, ever, before.
Yeah, no one just normally does that. That's
But
insanely
they were there.
cool.
They were giant palm trees, and they had big coconuts.
Wow.
Where
This
are we
world is
going?
really cool. I guess this is the place. I recognize the area we're in. I actually live nearby.
That's the
but I've
library
never
over there.
been here. Oh. I guess we've arrived?
Oh, this must be the place. This where Ellis is at?
Yeah. I guess we'll see.
You all enter the restaurant and immediately approach the front host stand. A young woman sits behind the counter, seemingly distracted and staring off into space.
Good afternoon.
Ashford calls out to her, grabbing her attention. She blinks back into reality and straightens up for you all.
Hello there. Welcome to the Garden Lily. How may I assist you today? Hello. Are you, the owner? That would be me.
She motions to herself with a small chuckle.
Sage, just like the aromatic.
She pauses.
Did you make a habit of trying to get to know your servers?
Not really. Do you know anyone named Alice?
Ellis?
She tilts her head.
Well, of course. She's working in the kitchen today. I've been pretty understaffed lately, and a mutual acquaintance put in a good word for her. He said that she was capable and hardworking, and at this point, I didn't have the luxury to be picky. I just need the extra set of hands.
She looks over at you all.
Are you all friends of hers?
Yep, and we're here to help! Rex puts his hands on his hips confidently, grinning ear to ear. Lily can't help but laugh at his attempt to look heroic and helpful. Ashford just chuckles and sarcastically gives Sage an okay hand signal. Still, Sage does nothing but smile at the offer.
Really? Oh, that would be great! I could use all the help I could get. This time of day is usually one of the busiest, so it would be a huge weight off my back if we get some more workers in the kitchen.
Say no more! I've got this!
Excellent!
She motions towards a nearby door.
The kitchen is going to be right back there through those doors. I'll go ahead and start taking some of the orders upstairs while you guys can go help Ellis finish preparing ingredients. Then, when I call out the orders, I'll need them made as quickly as possible.
She sighs, rubbing her head. She then mutters under her breath.
Today is going to be a long shift. I'll definitely need a pick-me-up when I go on break. Good thing I brought the wine today. What did you just say? Nothing!
She waves her hands at Lily's question, denying everything.
I'm not drinking on the job. What are you talking about? Shouldn't you be going into the kitchen now? Yeah.
Ashford turns to you both, using a sickeningly sweet tone.
Shouldn't we be doing our best to help this poor restaurant owner elsewhere?
Lily rolls her eyes at Ashford's behavior.
Yeah, don't worry, Sage. We won't let you down.
Hey, here.
Here.
Hey, we're here to help, Alice!
Ah!
Sorry.
That scared even me. Queen, thank you so much for the bits. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You all walk into the kitchen to find a single fiery-haired woman working frantically, rushing back and forth around the room, carrying ingredients and tools in her hands simultaneously. She has a panicked look on her face and sweat dripping from her brow. Okay, potatoes over here, carrots cut over here. No, over there! Did I take the bread out of the oven? Oh, God, I didn't! Don't be burnt, don't be burnt, don't be burnt! She rushes over to a nearby oven, taking out a loaf of bread quickly and setting it down on the counter. She sighs in relief, looking over the top and finding now noticeable burns. Yo, Alice! Ah! She shrieks in alarm, her hands immediately bursting into flames. She drops the loaf of bread, shaking her hands out to get rid of the fire, before looking over at your group with flaring and glowing eyes. Rex! What the heck are you doing here? I'm working! I'm here to help you, obviously. Why? 'Cause you can't think I can do it myself? She snaps defensively. She whips around the entire kitchen, looking back at a pot that's beginning to bubble over. Your jobs aren't cutting it anymore financially, so if we want to get back to... She glances up at Lily and Ashford. To... you know where. Then I'm gonna pick up the slack! She slams the lid on top of the pot angrily, glancing back at you. Weren't you supposed to be in a magic class or something today? I guess you could say that I'm working on an assignment right now? She groans. When I told you this morning that I'd be here all day, I didn't think you'd end up following me.
Well, he's here now, and he's oh so eager to assist you.
Ashford sneers. Who are you people?
Oh, I'm Lily. I work for the printing press.
And why are you here?
We're trying to write an article about the endeavors of the almighty traveler.
Ashford continues.
We want Erwin to know how truly helpful he is, especially after our last article.
So, what? You came to me to put in a good word? No, I told you! I came here to help you! She stares at you all in disbelief, before eventually, she just face palms. Oh my god. She mutters to herself, starting to pace. It's to get back to Ren, Alice. It's to get back to Ren. She looks back at you all. You're lucky I'm not in the mood or the environment to argue. But screw this up for me, Rex, and I swear. Hey, don't sweat it. I helped Winry make that ceviche, remember? Dear God, save me. She turns back to the pot behind her. Just don't make a mess. There's a recipe book on the counter and tools in the cabinets. When Winry comes back here with... When Sage comes back here with the order, just get me the right ingredients.
All right, then.
Woohoo! We gotta... Now we gotta,
Oh my god.
Hey, Lily.
Whoa. Yeah.
How do you cook?
You don't know how to cook?
I've never had the practice. I've never had the need to. The last time I asked someone to help me.
You understand that I'm here to write a good report on you, but I can't do it if you can give me anything to work with. And he's looking for every opportunity to tear you down, so you better learn to cook fast.
What do I do?
You are such a great cook. You were just telling me all about how great you are in the kitchen.
Yeah. What is this?
Wow.
That thing's interesting. I wonder. Anyway, what's this book? Drinks. Something.
Yes.
There's smoothies and there's soups. Okay. I could make
He knows
there's
about how to make
sandwiches.
these,
Yes.
absolutely.
And
he practically doesn't need the book, I bet.
what's a cordon bleu?
Oh
yeah, I'm a cooking professional. I was on I don't know. You hear Sage's voice sound as the door into the restaurant's lobby opens.
Hello, kitchen!
She announces.
I got your first orders here.
What do we got, boss?
We've got our signature carrot soup and a mango smoothie.
Sage states. Who the heck orders a smoothie with soup? Alice questions.
It's not my business.
Sage shrugs.
All that matters is that we get the food out fast. Yeah, we've got that covered. Right, Rex?
Yeah, what did she say?
The soup and the smoothie.
Soup and smoothie.
Mm-hmm.
Mango smoothie?
Yeah. Ah, we're just talking about
Mango
how
smoothie.
great the recipe is, and he's he's really well versed with it, and he
missed the
just
soup.
start
What's the soup?
making it.
What's
It
the
was
soup?
I don't know. There's some soup. I think I don't know. I don't remember. I'm
soup?
paying attention. I'm supposed
What's
to pay
the
attention to you, not to
The voices in my head are saying carrot soup. Okay, everyone's saying carrot soup in my
Alright,
head. I'm
alright.
gonna go with that. Okay, carrot soup. I know how to
He knows how to make it. He was just telling me his he has a homemade
Okay, I need
recipe.
you to tell me what to do.
Oh boy! I don't know how to cook either. All right.
What's the smoothies are easy. How do I do it?
Okay, so a mango smoothie, right? Mango, right?
Uh-huh,
right?
uh-huh, uh-huh,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
yeah. So two mangoes. Just find the mangoes.
That's a mango. I got it. All right. Okay. 2 mangoes.
And a snowball. And a snow, as you would know, because you practically have these recipes memorized. I'm just, I'm saying it for me, not you.
Yeah, snowball.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah.
know where the snowball is, right?
Yeah. Where is it?
Oh my god.
Where?
Check this stuff back there. Go maybe the cat.
Hey, you don't happen to see a snowball back here? Would you? It's help a brother. Ah, snowball.
It's
Okay,
not
I got
like,
it.
Your
All
kitchen.
right.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
that
snowball.
Makes sense.
Snowball,
yeah.
2 mangoes. What do I
That was the drink thing.
What do I how do I smoothie it?
I don't know. Do I
You're
know
right.
if I would do that?
It's not a pan, not a pot.
It's something you can mash it all together, and I don't know.
What is this? That maybe not that. Not
dear.
that.
Oh god, this
Not-
is
not
this is
that.
horrible. What have I gotten
Not
myself
this?
into? Oh no.
Is it this? Is it this?
Maybe just try it. I don't know.
Ah! Nailed it! Mango smoothie!
I had full
The
faith in
fish
you.
and chef strikes again! Okay.
Yeah.
Soup.
Carrot soup, right?
Yeah,
Carrot soup, right?
Yes,
We're gonna
yes,
go with
yes,
it.
yes, yes,
You need
yes,
one
yes.
carrot, a
yes.
carrot, a carrot, a carrot. Get a carrot.
A carrot. Yes, I know what that looks like.
I would hope so. A cup of heavy cream. A cup of heavy cream.
I don't even.
It's like it's kind of like milk, but it's like a little bit.
It's like
different.
milk?
Even I know what that is. What?
Ah, got it. Heavy cream. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, heavy cream. Got it.
Okay. All right.
Did you
And
put cream in
then
a soup? Are we
finally-
sure this is right?
Yes, this is the carrot soup recipe. A bowl of stock. You need a bowl of stock.
Okay. This is a bowl of stock. Okay, and now I just put it together in
Yeah.
a
Okay, this one you can probably like a pot. Do you have
pot.
these are
Yeah, a
pots?
pot.
Yes.
A pot. A pot.
Probably need to turn around and put it on like
Carrot
the
soup!
The stove, and yeah, there you go.
And there we
Wow.
go. Order 1 completed.
Maybe don't just throw it on the table. Maybe just
Gently.
hold on.
Gently.
Yeah.
Gently, please.
There you go.
There we go.
There
What
you
happened
go.
to the
It was
smoothie?
a miracle it
Where-
didn't
where the-
spill. Where did the smoothie go? Did you lose the smoothie?
I think yeah, there we go.
Oh,
It's-
okay,
it's
yeah, there it
delivered.
goes.
Yes. Woohoo! We totally nailed that. Man, I am way
I did
better at
nothing.
this.
You nailed it. I
than
was
I-
just reviewing it for my own needs.
Yeah, you didn't help me. I did this all on my own, I guess. Okay, I'm feeling good about this, actually. You know what? I'm ready for the next order.
Oh my god! All right. Should we maybe? I don't know. Should we check in with Alice or see what she thinks? I don't know.
Do we? Yeah, do we? Alice wipes her brow with the back of her wrist, panting. I was not made for this kind of work, you know. She glances back at you. Did you get the right ingredients? Everything for the meal should be listed in that recipe book. Yep, got it right here. Alice looks over the ingredients for the 2 items. She nods. Yeah, that looks right, I think. I don't know. If that's what it said in the recipe book, then it's probably right. Alice begins to prepare the cream, carrots, and stock in a large simmering pot. Finishing off the soup quickly, she pours it into a bowl and garnishes it with a bit of basil. She stares at the bowl for a moment. You think this is edible?
Yeah, looks good to me. Just don't forget the smoothie.
Oh, right. Alice quickly takes the 2 mangoes you gave her and begins to mash them together until they become a paste. From there, she mixes it with some crushed ice. You notice that the ice would practically be melting in her hand, however, as she pours everything into a glass. Okay, done. Alice quickly rushes it over to the kitchen door. Got your order ready, Sage! Moments later, Sage returns, taking the dishes.
Good work, everyone.
She says.
Let's get working on the next order, all right? The customer asked for a grilled cheese sandwich and a side of tomato soup.
I could go for a sandwich. Not the time! Alice snaps at you before looking back at Sage. We'll get on that right now.
Keep it up.
Sage smiles before leaving the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next up.
Yeah, what she just said. I tell you,
Already forgot. It was the sandwich and the tomato
what kind
soup.
of soup? Tomato soup. All right, tomato soup and what kind of sandwich?
Was it a grilled cheese? I think it was a grilled
Voice in my head are
cheese.
saying grilled cheese. Okay, then tomato soup. So tomato soup. All right.
Tomato soup.
It's gonna
You
be
need
the
a
same as like
tomato.
last time, right? A tomato.
Yeah.
It's not an apple.
Yeah.
Boom, got it.
It's a tomato soup and a bowl of stock.
And I already know that one. That one's easy. Boom. We
Well,
are
you
knocking
already
this
knew it
one out.
before too.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah. I know now because I've always
Alright.
known.
Mm-hmm.
Was that it for the
And
tomato
then-
soup?
Yeah, that's it. Just two
Really, that's
ingredients.
gross. Tomatoes are nasty.
Okay, hey, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't question it. Let's go
Well,
on
yeah,
to the,
I'm a
yeah,
culinary genius. What am I talking about?
You need a loaf of toast. Queen, thank you for the bits. Never on you been.
There's
I
loaves
appreciate
of toast?
Yeah. I guess it's like a foot-long type of grilled cheese. I don't want to. I'm not gonna pretend to
Huh.
understand.
Learn something new every day. Okay, where do they keep the loaves of... Wow, I found it. That's a whole
That
loaf
was
of
great.
toast.
Nice. All right. You need some like 1 cheese.
Okay. That's fish.
All right.
That's
you
not
can-
cheese. That
yeah,
is
no,
also not
okay.
cheese.
I'm glad you know the difference.
That is not cheese.
My
That's not
confidence in you has
cheese.
only
Aha!
grown.
Cheese! All right.
And probably in the same area as stick of butter, I'm guessing. 'Cause it's all refrigerated.
Yeah.
All right, and that's it.
Cool! Ellis! Ellis.
Ellis, a friend. My more so
Ellis.
acquaintance that I'm slightly scared of.
Ellis.
You totally mashed that into a paste with your hands.
Ellis.
Does she normally do that?
Very frequently. She's starting to do that with me
Oh.
before. Ellis. Hey, I get you're busy, but I got
Those
everything ready.
ingredients.
They're all ready. Ellis, did I not do a good enough job? Did we get it right? Like,
Yeah, we did. Click.
we do. You bring the ingredients over to Ellis, who was working on stirring a separate pot while cleaning off the workspace. It's almost impressive how frantically she's working. Did you get those ingredients for the second order? Everything in the meal should be listed in that recipe book.
Yeah, we found it all.
Alice looks over the ingredients for the 2 items. She nods slowly, although she'd seem a bit confused. Yeah, that looks right, although I thought there'd be more than just this. Whatever, I'm no chef.
You could fool me. You're doing a pretty decent job.
She rolls her eyes. I'm just following instructions. It's no big deal. I'm nowhere close to an actual cook or anything. With the ingredients you presented her, Alice begins to grill the sandwich on a skillet and mix the ingredients for the soup in another pot. She plates everything together, motioning for you all to look at it. Does that look good, you think? Yeah. Then again, I'm also really hungry right now. Maybe we'll work at getting you food after this job is over, Alice states before speed walking to the kitchen door. Next order's ready! Just like before, Sage returns moments later to take the dishes from Alice.
Looks good. And now, this next order may be a bit more challenging. The customer asked for a cordon bleu?
What? Is that even English?
It's a chicken dish.
Sage explains.
It should be in the recipe book.
We'll work on it, thanks, Alice states.
You're doing great.
Sage encourages you all. She leaves shortly after to deliver the grilled cheese and tomato soup to the patron upstairs.
Oh, what?
Oh, that thing. The
how
weird
is that even?
thing.
But how is that like even? Well, I think this might be it.
I don't know, I've never heard
okay.
of a cordon bleu before. People are teasing me for it.
Okay. Raw chicken. Raw chicken. Oh wow.
Raw
Just a whole raw chicken. Whole raw chicken.
A whole raw chicken.
Yeah.
Whole. Where was the chicken? The chicken. I got the chicken.
Well, you're there. One pork chop too.
Yeah, that's right here, baby.
Yeah. All right. Next up, 1 bag of flour.
Oh, that's a bag. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then 1 cheese.
Where was the cheese? Cheese. Nailed it.
There you go. Nice.
Alrighty.
Look at us. We're getting stuff done. I mean, you were getting stuff done.
Down and done.
Yep.
Them both. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am totally confident in all of my abilities, and yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Doing great.
You bring the ingredients over to Ellis, who's aggressively scrubbing down the countertops. She glances at you and blows her hair out of her face. Did you get everything yet? Everything for the meal should be listed in that recipe book. Yep, right here. Wait. Okay, yeah. I thought this was the same post, so I paused for a second. I'm sorry. Alice looks over everything and sighs. Great. Now I just have to figure out how to put this thing together, right? Oh, God. Consulting the recipe book for herself, Alice begins to try her best to make a cordon bleu. She rushes around the kitchen for the right utensils and pans before eventually putting it in the oven to bake. You all wait for what feels like an eternity for it to cook. Eventually, Alice removes it, setting it up on the counter, exhaling in relief. Finally! Done.
That looks right. I think. Nice job.
Alice acknowledges her statement before beginning to cut the meal in half to plate it. But her face goes pale. Oh, gods. It's still undercooked. She frowns. Oh, great. Now I have to put it back in the oven. Isn't it going to dry out like that? Hang on. Maybe not. I got this! Rex, what are you? Before Alice could finish her sentence, Rex approaches the cordon bleu, adjusting his fire spell into the slot of his gauntlet and hovering his hand over the meal. I'll just cook it with my fire spell! Flames immediately blast out of Rex's gauntlet, engulfing the meal in fire. And the countertop.
Rex!
Dude! Alice shouts, her eyes widening at the fire. Ah, too much juice! Rex yells, quickly jumping away from the fire.
Put it out, you simpletons!
Ashford demands, rushing into the corner of the room and away from the fire. Alice looks around in a panic. Alice, do something! Me do something! You're the one setting the kitchen on fire! She snaps back.
Okay, can we just stop panicking and put it out?
We need water!
Aren't you supposed to avoid using water in a kitchen fire?
Aren't you supposed to be helping? Okay, hang on! Without any warning, Rex throws himself on top of the fire, trying to put it out. However, the fire is too strong, and he quickly yelps at the heat, tumbling off the counter. Why would you do that? I thought it would put it out like the fire on the ship! It's a whole raging inferno, not a little sparking gunpowder!
Oh my god, just move!
Miley runs forward this time, grabbing one of the spare tablecloths that were tucked away in the cabinets and crates, beginning to use the cloth to smother the fire. It eventually dies down, leaving nothing but a completely burnt dish and a charred kitchen space. Alice stares at the carnage in utter horror. Oh god. Sage is gonna...
Do you have that dish ready for me, Alice?
Right on cue, Sage opens the door to the kitchen to check on your progress. Her own eyes go wide as she stares at you all, standing around the destruction. I can explain?
What happened to my kitchen?
She exclaims. It was an accident, I swear!
I was willing to overlook a little bit of fire, Alice.
Sage says in shock.
But this? This is a bit too much even for me to ignore.
Well, it's not my fault! The chicken was undercooked and...
And fire magic was the best solution that you guys could think of?
Sage asks. I'm really sorry. Ellis starts to speak again, but Sage just shakes her head.
No, I'm sorry, Ellis. You have been setting things on fire all day. I didn't say a word, but now that fire has affected my kitchen and burned my countertops. I can't have you in here if you're going to turn my ingredients and my equipment into ash.
Oh, come on, Sage. Ellis tries to argue. It really won't happen again.
Like I said, I'm really sorry. But I think it's time that you and your friends left while I can still savage what I can myself.
Alice stares at her in shock before hanging her head in shame, walking out of the room altogether without another word. However, as she passes, you can see in her eyes that she's enraged. Oh God, Lily, I think I'm dead.
Yeah.
I think this is the time that she actually murders me.
Remember those mangoes?
Oh, the mangoes. I'm the mango. Oh, no. Alice. Alice, I'm sorry. Where'd she go? Alice.
Rex, you set a kitchen on fire.
That's subjective. I set a kitchen on fire. Me too. I was trying to cook the chicken. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to cook the chicken a little more. As soon as a little dry. And I wanted to just bring it up so you can finish the thing and not put it back in the oven. I didn't know it would catch on fire and then counter and more fire, and my body didn't work, and I've never had this issue before.
I really hope you realize that Ashford was writing every word of that down.
Alice! You all leave the restaurant to find Alice pacing next to the outdoor seating. Her eyes are glowing like a raging flame, and her brow is furrowed. Great! Fantastic! She exclaims, throwing her arms up in the air in anger. Can't make money without a job, and can't keep a job because some idiot can't stay out of my business. Ugh! Hey, Alice. You doing okay? I don't know, Rex. She turns to you, tilting her head. How do you think I'm doing? She points to the restaurant. Not only did I lose that job, but I'm probably not going to get paid for the work I already did because of the damages in the kitchen. Essentially, I just wasted hours of my life making food for some people I don't even know. But you gained the experience. She shoots you the dirtiest look, narrowing her eyes. I don't need experience, I need money, Rex! She steps forward threateningly before she shakes her head, putting her hands up. Don't waste your strength, Alice. You'll just knock out more of his brain cells. Deep breaths. She smooths her hair back, beginning to pace again.
So, in general, would you say that the traveler helped you today?
Her eyes shoot open, and she snaps her head in your directions. What do you think? Maybe? No! Oh my gods, I can't with you! Without another word, Ella storms away, leaving singe marks on the sidewalk as she exits. You all watch her go with horrified expressions on your faces before Ashford speaks up. He withdraws a notepad and quill from his pocket.
Well, that was quite the clear statement. What did you say her name was again? I want to make sure that she's credited properly for her testimony against your efforts in the paper.
Man!
Okay, now I know that wasn't great.
No kidding. It wasn't? I had no idea.
But it doesn't mean anything. It was just a little accident. Right, Rex?
I was just trying to cook the chicken, dude.
Then let's try a different approach. That was just an unfortunate set of events, so let's try and find someone else.
I'm sure we'll have more luck elsewhere, somewhere that isn't as fiery.
Lily watches Ellis go with her brow furrowed and an awkward frown on her face. Yeah, going to Ellis maybe wasn't the best move on my part. She's always like that. Well, actually, she's usually a bit tamer. She's just stressed right now, I think.
Then why don't we try talking to someone that I know? You know people. That's a bigger plot twist than last week's headline.
Do you have someone in mind?
Yes. And hopefully he should be a lot more chill.
Miley glances towards the lake.
He actually lives really close to the Lily Garden. And he can always use a little bit of extra help here and there, so come on, I can lead the way.
Okay, I'll follow your lead.
This will go great. There's literally no way this could go wrong. He's a really nice guy. A little... You'll see.
I can't tell if my chat's being pessimistic or not. Hey,
Oh.
I did my best.
Let's just, keep you far away from a kitchen.
Oh, now I've learned you can't torch a chicken.
No, you cannot. Though I will say, that really should have been common sense.
Wow.
But I will applaud your efforts. You were just trying to help. Thank you for the head pat. Talking to chat.
I've already been over this way.
It's right over here. See the house across the lake?
Oh yeah, the big one.
That's his home.
His home. Okay. I've never been
Home,
this
workshop.
part. I've only ever really walked through here.
Oh, and speaking of roommates, he's actually my roommate.
Oh. Okay. That's cool. Is he cool?
Yeah.
Ah, sweet. Who's that old guy?
That's my roommate.
Oh!
Hey, Fenris!
You all walk over to the house by the lake, where the older man, Fenris, is working on the other side of the mountain river, fiddling with the water wheel protruding from his home.
All right, you.
He mutters to himself quietly.
Why aren't you turning the way that we used to? Are the paddles too high? No, maybe the gears are sticking together inside. Isn't that the rumored crazy inventor?
Ashford comments.
He's not crazy, just eccentric.
Is he a friend of yours, Lily?
Yeah, you could say that. I've been living with him for quite a while now. He's helped me out a lot.
Alright then, let's pay it forward. Looks like he's struggling with that wheel thing right now.
Hey, Fenris! Who said that?
He whips around quickly with narrow eyes. Eventually, his gaze lands on your group, however, and he sighs in relief.
Oh, Lily, it's just you.
He steps away from his work, squinting at Ashford and Rex.
And you brought more people with you. This is Rex right here, and that's Ashford. You can just ignore him. He's here to be annoying. Hey!
Ashford shoots a glare at you.
I'm here to show that the people of Erwin the truth. Unlike certain people who would rather try to sell a shameless a lie.
Ouch!
Yeah, comments like that is exactly why I ignore you. Well, what are you doing out here?
Fenris asks, walking closer.
I thought you were busy with work today. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I thought you were busy with work today, like you are every other day. Well, technically, I still am at work. And my work right now just happens to be asking if you need any help.
Fenris gives Lily the most unamused and deadpan expression.
Lily, you haven't helped me for over a week. I've been busy, okay? Look,
Lily continues, walking forward. She places her hand next to her mouth, beginning to whisper to Fenris.
Did you read the last headline I wrote about the traveler who saved the day with all those Gale Striders? I did. Well, I'm trying to write another article because Carly Mercer said I could become a reporter if my headline is better than that guy's. Oh. Is he the one that you've been talking to me about? The rude one with the ego? Yeah, unfortunately. If he writes a better article than me, then he'll become a reporter, and I will never hear the end of it. My life at work will become a living hell. So I need to win through Rex being as helpful as he can be. So could you please just let him help you with whatever you're doing?
Fenris considers your words for a moment before sighing.
So really, it's not about helping me, but helping this traveler. Okay, when you put it like that, it sounds really bad.
He puts his hands up, straightening his back.
All right. I suppose your friend can help me with a project of mine. It's nothing too complex, so even if they're not particularly adept in mechanical engineering, they should be able to figure some way to help me.
I have never engineered anything in my life, but I'll do what I can to help!
That's the spirit, Rex!
Ashford clasps his hands together, grinning.
Go ahead and give it your best shot!
You can tell he's playing up his kindness quite clearly. Even Fenris cringes.
Yeah, I can see why you don't like him, Wiley. Yeah. In any case.
Fenris walks over to the water wheel again, motioning for you all to follow him.
Recently, I've been fiddling with this water wheel. Usually it's able to effortlessly power most of my operations, but recently it's been generating less power than what is optimal for me to continue my work.
Uh-huh. Rex nods, although you're not entirely sure if he understood any of what Fenris said.
Now, my current theory is that perhaps there must be some rust or material covering the gears of the wheel to produce too much friction against one another, which would slow down the turning of the wheel. My other theory is that there may be damage to this central rod, which rotates between the two pieces.
I mean, if it's a problem with the metal, I might be able to smooth things out. Fenris glances up.
I can't say I expected thinking as quick as that. All right, what would you suggest?
I can use my magic to heat up the metal and help it run smoother, Rex states, holding up his gauntlet. I mean, the fire spell is just like a blowtorch, right? Both of them are some kind of hot flame that shapes the metal back into place.
Well, I'm not sure if I would make that analogy.
Fire spell! Rex lunges forward, the focus in his gauntlet beginning to glow brightly as once more, burning flames would escape from his hand and engulf the water wheel. Before your eyes, the water wheel creaks and groans until eventually the entire wheel would fall off its rod, tumbling down the river and shattering into pieces, which sink into the water of the lake. Fenris's eyes widen, and his jaw drops as he walks over to the edge of the lake.
What have you done?
Oh, dang it!
You broke my water wheel!
He exclaims, looking back at you all.
I am so sorry, Fenris.
Wiley shouts, rushing forward.
Here, we can try to help you fix it. Fix it? How am I supposed to even fix when my materials are all in the bottom of the lake?
Fenris shouts.
We can go get the pieces for you. Right, Rex?
Right! Rex nods quickly. I'm sorry, man. I didn't think the entire wheel would fall off.
That's what happens when you mix a magic fire spell with a wooden wheel!
Fenris snaps at Rex before rubbing his head.
Oh, I'm too old for this.
Just sit tight, okay? We will find the pieces of the water wheel right now. I promise you.
No, man, it's a huge lake!
You know, after you burned down the kitchen, I really should have thought twice about bringing you to my home.
Well, I didn't think it would go wrong.
You used the fire spell again!
I just wanted to heat up the metal! Look, I think I needed his magic in a creative, non-destructive way, and I'm trying. I'm trying to be helpful with it. So it has to work. I don't know why it's not working.
No. Just because you want something to work doesn't mean it has to. We've learned that twice now.
No. Okay, we need to just get the pieces, and everything will be good. We can salvage this, all right? We just have to get in the water.
Place to stay after this. This is my home.
I will help you fix it. I will. We're gonna get the pieces, and it's gonna be okay.
You know, I was thinking to myself, you know, with your roommate. Thank God I didn't have to go back to a roommate that was so mad at me like that. No, I do now. Actually, thank you.
Oh.
It's okay. Genuinely,
let's just find the water wheel pieces and get it back to Fenris.
Okay, so let's just wait around then.
Uh,
You see anything?
not yet.
Maybe over here. Oh, here!
You found something?
Yeah! You wade through the waters, searching for the pieces of the damaged wheel. Your foot brushes against something large. You roll up your sleeves, reaching your hands blindly into the water and feeling around for the piece with your fingers. Eventually, you manage to locate the object, and you heave it out of the water and onto land. It would appear to be a large circular ring of wood,
You found the base.
Fenris states.
Good, and it appears there are still some paddles attached to it. That will certainly make things easier, won't it?
Awesome! One wooden base done, more mana pieces to go! Alright,
Right.
that's one. That's better than none. I'm
Yeah.
killing this right now.
Yeah. I just really wish, we didn't have to,
And I hear
Be doing
frogs.
this.
Do you hear frogs?
yeah, actually I do.
Don't swim out too far that way. That gets really deep.
Yeah. We can find it. It's okay. How many
Oh,
pieces? did it
I'm
break
got
off
something
into?
here.
Oh,
You wade through the water, searching for the pieces of the damaged wheel. Your arm makes contact with something large and dense in the water. You glance in that direction and notice nothing but a water lily, floating atop the water. You stare at the flower for some time, taking in its beauty. Hang on. Did that lily just move? Suddenly, a painful sensation shoots up your arm, and you feel yourself grow dizzy. That wasn't a water lily, that was a poisonous toad! Ah, frog! Frogs!
Understood. There's many.
Fire spell! Yeah!
The fire spell.
It's working! Get out of here,
This
frogs!
is destructive. This is the naturally destructive purpose of that spell.
Oh, you're right. I can't use that. Well, at least it's helping, all right? They're scared now. They went back down into the water. We're all right.
Okay, let's just try to.
I guess even
Fine.
toads are scared of fire.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm right here, just in
Thank
case
you,
there
AK,
are
for
more
the
frogs.
follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. And Gamer Noob, thank you for the follow as well. Let's see. Trying to check to see. Oh, I found something.
Oh, coming. You wade through the water, searching for the pieces of the damaged wheel. You notice something glinting in the sunlight at the bottom of the lake. You squint a bit, stepping away almost instinctively as the metallic piece shines directly into your eyes. However, you gaze back down towards the piece, reaching blindly into the water to grab at it. You withdraw a number of silver nuts and bolts, cupping them all in your hands cautiously. Hey Fenris! I found some of your weird hexagon donuts! You wade back to the shore, placing the pieces in the grass before him. He stares at you and his jaw tightens, as though he has more to say. However, he just nods his head.
Yes, very good. Collect as many of those as you can find. Hopefully there's not too many more that sunk to the bottom.
Man, those are weird, funky looking things. Never thought those would be on a water wheel.
Yeah, I don't know if Fenris made the water wheel himself, but if he did, I wouldn't be surprised. He likes to do a lot of funky stuff. He actually made the ears that I'm wearing.
Whoa, those are cool. Frog! Frogs!
Oh,
Frogs!
You know what I said before? Maybe do use that spell.
Yeah!
Just for this.
Fire!
I won't say
Be
anything.
scared
I
of
won't say
fire! Go
anything.
back down! Yes! No! Fire!
Oh.
Yes! Woohoo!
I cannot believe this has been my day.
I didn't know there were frogs in the lake. I'm never coming in here.
I don't think it's meant for swimming that much, I'll be real.
It definitely doesn't look like it. Is this illegal?
Yeah.
I hope the Admiral's not
I don't
nearby.
know. Oh!
Oh, you found something?
Over here.
You wade through the water, searching for the pieces of the damaged wheel. You find yourself almost tripping over something thick and rectangular as you stumble through the water. You use your feet to identify it before reaching into the water and pulling out a hefty chunk of wood. It appears to be purposefully carved into the shape of a rectangle, with one end being a bit thinner in width than the other.
Good.
Fenris nods as you pull the piece to shore.
That would be the wheel's paddles right there. I can't exactly function as a water wheel without the paddles now, can it? Then it's a good thing we found it. Alright, let's keep looking.
Alright. There can't be that many pieces left, right?
I think you're right. I mean, we've been doing well.
Yeah, we might have even found
Let's
just, like,
see.
everything, I think.
We did get a lot
Because
of
nothing
the
else
stuff
could have
from the
washed out
bottom.
that far.
No, you're right. Alright.
Awesome!
Whew, thankfully.
Recovered somewhat, right?
Yeah, he still has to remake the whole wheel. Oh,
Woohoo!
push.
Yeah! I've never fought toads in a lake before.
Yeah, that was really great.
What a unique experience. You exit the water of the lake, your clothes now dripping wet. Fenris looks between the two of you and heaves a sigh, while Ashford just chuckles.
Did you have a nice swim?
He asks playfully, taking out his notepad.
Oh, Miss Mercer is going to love this part of my article. Put it in a sock, would you?
Fenris frowns at Ashford before looking back at you both.
Are you two alright?
Yeah, I think so. Just drenched.
Well, this time of year, the water isn't too cold, so you shouldn't catch a fever.
Fenris states before narrowing his eyes.
Although, none of this would have happened if you didn't break my water wheel in the first place.
I'm really sorry about that, for the record. Fenris crosses his arms, looking over the soaked and waterlogged pieces of his water wheel with an exhausted expression.
Sorry or not, it's going to take me a whole day to fix this and put it back on the wall there.
He rubs his forehead.
That's a day of work wasted. You try to fix one thing and suddenly a dozen more problems appear. Would you say the traveler helped you today? Helped me?
He looks back at Lily.
What do you think? He broke my water wheel and now I have to spend the rest of the day putting it back together. Does that sound helpful to you?
Ashford writes down Fenris's every word, nodding.
Can you elaborate on that part where he ruined everything and gave you more work to do? No, I will not elaborate. I think I made it pretty clear.
Fair enough. Sorry, Fenris.
Fenris stares at Lily and sighs, stepping over to stand next to her.
You know, I didn't mean to ruin your competition with that guy. Right?
No, I get it.
It looks very bad.
Yeah, it does.
Fenris sighs.
Good luck with those two, Lily. I think you're gonna need it.
He turns back to his broken water wheel.
I'll need a bit of luck myself to get this thing fixed before sunset.
He walks over to the wheel, leaning forward to pick up the pieces.
Ah! My back!
He mutters under his breath, placing one hand on his lower back. I guess that's that. Man. Dang.
Hey, so it's gonna be okay. Here, just give me 1 sec.
You step off of the road in mild shame, kicking some leaves into the grass. You feel pretty dejected after your magic backfired. Again. You thought your applications of fire were the exact opposite of destructive! Clearly, there's something you're still missing. You heave a sigh, putting your hands on your hips. Alright then. It's gonna have to work harder at finding a more creative outlet for your magic. Hopefully your next stump will be nearly as devastating. Yeah, it'll be fine. I just have to rein it in a little and... Traveler, Astrid's voice calls out as he walks over to you, smiling sinisterly. Do you have a moment? Man, what do you want? Oh, nothing much, he states, chuckling. I just couldn't help but notice how discouraged you looked, and considering that our good friend Lily is taking her time with Erwin's resident nut job, I thought I would take this opportunity to ask you a few questions. You narrow your eyes at his statement. Great. No doubt he's going to make this as unpleasant as possible. Why? What do you have to gain from any of this? Isn't it obvious? When this little article of mine explodes, I'll probably become a reporter and work under Miss Mercer's wing. Who could possibly overlook a chance like that? The entire city would know my name, not to mention my pay would drastically increase. What you actually want to work closer with Carly Mercer? Isn't she kind of the worst? That's besides the point, he scoffs. No one's a saint. She's pretty bad, and I think you know that. So what? He narrows his eyes. Bad or not, she's well off and she's well known. She lives comfortably. She has dozens of printing press peons buying her coffee every week. Who wouldn't want to live at that level of luxury? He waves at you away as he whips out his notepad and his quill. Now, would you quit distracting me so I can ask my questions? Sure. Knock yourself out. Thank you, Ashford sneers before clearing his throat. Ahem. Now then, Traveler Rex, you said before that you just wanted to help people, right? Yeah. But all of today, you've just been messing things up completely. Every person we've helped has agreed that it would have been more of a help for you to stay out of the way. Isn't that correct? Well, I mean, we only talked to like 2 people. But he steps in, trying to regain control of the situation. They've both come to the same conclusion separately, that your help, it does nothing but make a mess. Therefore... He pauses, blinking for a moment. Therefore... His jaw tightens as he tries to think of a follow-up. Do you need a second, or... Shut up! He snaps. I'm trying to think! Carly Mercer didn't take any time to think. You shrug your shoulders. Yeah, she managed to crush my dreams in a matter of seconds. Look, you know, if you're trying to be more like her, you could also take some more pages out of her book. Throw in some accusations of being a harbinger of misfortune or something like that. I don't know. Just a suggestion. Ashford goes red in the face, and he tries to desperately shake the embarrassment away before you can notice. Well, I know what I'm doing, he states. What do you know about Miss Mercer, huh? More than you do, apparently. Be quiet! He snaps, his entire face turning an even brighter red. I know how to do my job! In fact, I can do every job in that printing press with one hand tied behind my back! But why? Like, what's the point? You learn all these jobs and waste your life away, and for what? To make money and be famous or something? Aren't there plenty of other jobs that can give you that without needing to work with someone like Carly Mercer? I don't expect a simpleton like you to understand. Ashford crosses his arms. You just don't have the ambition or drive like I do. Sure, I guess. No one ever said it would be easy to survive. It's a dog-eat-dog world anywhere you go. And the ones who prosper are never the strongest or the fastest. They're the smartest. He taps his finger against his temple before crossing his arms and looking away. If I attach myself to whoever's at the top of the food chain, I'll never worry about being seen as weak. He pauses, glancing back towards Lily and Fenris. Unlike some people. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Ashford gets a sudden glint in his eye. Nothing much. It just means that a certain someone is far too preoccupied trying to stray from Miss Mercer's vision. A rookie mistake, if you ask me. What's wrong with Lily wanting to be her own person? I suppose there's nothing wrong with it if you're working in any other field. But at the Arrow Printing Press, you have to adapt to the environment that Miss Mercer creates, not the other way around. You can't expect Miss Mercer to change, and you can't be so naive to think that change is even possible. What? Does Lily think that she has the power to turn things around? She's not that important. Well, maybe, but why not try? You can keep telling yourself that. Ashford states before chuckling. You've barely known her for a day, and you're already defending her? What do you really know about her, huh? If you think that I'm two-faced, you should see her. He smirks. She'll act all nice and sweet, make you think she's a harmless little girl, but she's got fangs too. No way. Don't believe me? Ask anyone at the printing press. It was her first day, and she purposefully poured sugar into Miss Mercer's coffee to sabotage me. I could have gotten fired on the spot for messing up Miss Mercer's coffee. He crosses his arms. She's a real wolf in sheep's clothing, so don't let her sunny disposition fool you. Apparently, this printing press isn't even her first job. She's had another one before this, but she got fired for some unknown reason, although I've overheard it may be because of some tavern dispute. So what? So what? Ashford stares at you. Are you not listening to what I'm saying here? I hear you, but I don't really see your point. You continue. Riley's cool. She helped me out in the past, and she's trying to help me now with this article she's writing. You're trying to paint her in this negative light, but honestly, I think you're just jealous, man. Jealous? He snaps. Of her? What's there to be jealous about? I don't need some pretend fixer telling me how I feel, you hear? Ugh. Maybe talking to you was a mistake. You're the one who started talking to me, dude. Whatever. This interview is over. Why waste my time trying to get more information out of you when you're just going to speak idiotic nonsense? He puts his notepad and quill away. I can watch you crash and burn by just sitting back and letting you self-destruct. My article practically writes itself after the events of today. Jeez. Oh.
Hey.
Hey.
Fenris is okay. I just wanted to check in with him a little bit. I actually helped him get the wheel back together.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even notice.
No,
I thought I
all
was
good.
holding you up. That's... Okay.
Oh, no. I literally only got here a second ago. I just felt really bad, so I wanted to make sure he wasn't working on it till sundown.
Okay. That's good.
You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Well, we need a new plan.
Yeah, we need someone else to help. You all begin to walk down the road, considering your next course of action. Ashford is relatively silent, much to Riley's surprise, as you continue forward. That was a bust. Again. Rex sighs, leaning his head back. Man, why is helping people suddenly so hard? It wasn't this difficult last week, or the week before that.
Well, I guess no one said it would be easy. But this is definitely more complicated than I thought it would be.
Speak for yourselves.
Ashford mutters with a weak smirk under his breath. What should we do next?
We keep moving and find another person who could use help.
I mean, there's no way that things go up in flames for a third time today, right?
There's a moment of silence as you both try to think of another friend you could help.
Why not go back to the Gale Striders?
Ashford suggests.
I'd love to see you screw that one up after your fluke from a couple of days ago. Okay, so we can agree that we're definitely not going there next, right, Rex?
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, just because I suggested it, you're not gonna go with it?
Ashford rolls his eyes.
Yeah, pretty much. You have any other ideas, Rex?
I don't know that many other people. Usually the ones that I've helped in the past already put out requests for help. Or never the kind of people I could just walk up to and ask, hey, you need me to do any jobs for you today? You know?
Alright, wait, I think I actually might have another one.
You do?
Yeah, you remember Luke, right? You met him the same day that you met me.
Oh, yeah! You think we could help him out with something?
I mean, it's worth a shot. I think he's at work right now at Alistair's bar. We could try asking them if they need any extra hands.
Still, Riley pauses.
Oh, hopefully they'll accept, even if I'm there.
What was that?
Nothing.
Riley shakes her head.
Come on, follow me. I know the way there. It's actually fairly close to the printing press.
Yep, sure. Lead the way.
It's actually quite a lot of neat places in the square.
Yeah?
Yeah, one of my favorite coffee joints is there too.
Huh.
Then
Can't
again, it's
really
also
say I've
the
ever
only
kicked
place I
around in
know.
there too often.
Oh, Oh, it's really great. The guy that works the counter pretty often and whatnot, he's great recommendations for coffee. I'm pretty sure he'd pinpoint you right away.
Huh.
That
That
is if
sounds
you're
cool.
a coffee person.
It's not my biggest thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe Arrow coffee's different.
Maybe. I
So
don't
I'd
think so. It
actually have
tastes
to
like
have money for
coffee.
that.
Yeah, a couple of copper.
Ellis handles all of our finances
Oh,
and meals and
honestly, I
housing.
think that might be for the best sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially on the meal front. I saw you in a kitchen, and I'd rather not see that sight again.
Man.
I mean, you could handle smoothies. Just nothing with ovens or fire or heat. I bet you could make a pretty good sandwich.
I don't know. I can't really say I've ever tried. But I guess it's the
Really?
time to try. I mean,
Yeah. Don't let it get you down. Just maybe work up to the fiery
no.
stuff.
What I would always make her, like those pre-made dinners. Or I would always eat out.
Yeah.
I've never really cooked. Ever.
I can't say I'm a great cook either. The best I can do is a grilled cheese sandwich. That's pretty much it. All right, this way. I never know if I'm taking like the fastest path, but it always gets me there. I don't know the city too well.
I always just look for the banners. Then I know I'm
Same.
on Main Street.
Because then here always ends up leading to the square.
Okay.
And that's where work is. So, Alistair's bar. Alistair can be a little prickly, but he's actually a pretty nice guy. And then you've met Luke, who's kind of a little bit of a,
Yeah, Luke seems cool.
like a teddy bear, yeah. He's a pretty chill guy. Around this time, the bar might be pretty slow, so it might be a great time to hit it, actually.
Okay. I mean, it is only just now turning evening.
Yeah, so they're probably setting up, getting ready, and all of that. If we hit it right, might be able to get it before there's too many people there. Hopefully
hey, that
this
one that's
works,
up at
though.
5 a.m. Thank you for following. I appreciate it.
All right, seems like we're just... I took their recipe book. You have that. It's all yours.
All right, and it's mine now. And he wrote it down.
Oh no! Hey, at least it was me and not you, okay? I'm the recipe thief.
I don't think we're doing either of ourselves favors. At all.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go bring that
Okay,
back.
it's printing press over here. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I still get to say sorry again.
Oh. Alright.
Ooh, this place is busy.
Yeah.
Hello, guard!
Oh, no, we're not here for the guards.
Oh.
Let them be. They're probably like trying to enjoy a good evening. Hey!
You all enter the lively tavern, with Lily in the lead, holding her head up high. Several other patrons sit around the area at their respective tables, and you notice Luke and Alistair both working behind the bar. Alistair opens his mouth to greet you all instinctively. When he looks up and sees Lily, he raises an eyebrow. You swear you see him smirking mildly.
Well, look who it is.
He comments.
Lily, hey!
Luke rushes over to the counter to meet you all.
Hey, Luke. Hey, Alistair. Long time no see, Lily.
Alistair states.
Hope you're doing well. Haven't beat anyone up with lead pipes lately.
Lily laughs a bit at his comment.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what?
Ashford immediately starts to blink in mild concern. And nice seeing you again, Luke.
Rex!
Luke smiles in your direction.
How have you been? I haven't heard much from you since the whole relic incident. That was you.
Alistair glances at Rex with a raised eyebrow.
Huh. You certainly know how to choose an entourage, Lily.
Alistair leans over, picking up a glass from a nearby counter and tossing it into his opposite hand with a dramatic flourish.
What can I get for you guys tonight? Oh, we're not here for drinks. I actually just had a question. What's up? We're currently working on let's call it a follow-up article on the travelers. Also known as the people who fell from the sky.
Ashford clarifies with a grin.
So, we've been walking around with Rex and looking for people who we need some help with. Really, anything.
If you need any help tonight, I'm your guy.
So,
Alistair narrows his eyes.
what does that mean? You're here for work? Well, I appreciate the offer. I think we're good without the extra help. But I hope your search goes well elsewhere. Hang on, Alistair. What about the entertainment problem? Entertainment problem? That's none of their concern, Luke. Now, if you guys need anything to drink, I'd be more than happy to. But you seemed so upset about it earlier. You were complaining about how people always cancel at the last minute and how it makes the tavern look bad when we make promises we can't keep.
Alistair slowly turns to Luke with an amused expression on his face.
And you're saying this out loud to the patrons because?
Because we can totally help with that! Rex motions to himself. I'm a bit of an entertainer myself, you know. Alistair raises an eyebrow.
You know how to sing?
Well, not that kind of entertainer! A different kind. Not to brag, but I think I'm pretty funny. Plus, I've got this super rare magic gauntlet. I could do magic tricks for your tavern and tell some jokes or something.
Well, that I've got to see.
Ashford mutters, covering his mouth with his hand to hide his grin.
Rex, are you sure about this one?
Totally! He replies before looking back at Alistair. Come on, just give me a chance! Alistair narrows his eyes, looking at you all, unconvinced. However, Luke speaks up again.
I believe them.
Luke says.
You know, you can trust Lily, despite what happened in the alley, and Rex is a friend of ours too. Plus, he helped out the Guild Striders the other day. If a guild like that can vouch for him, then there's no way any of that things could go wrong, right?
Alistair huffs, looking back at all of you, conflicted. I promise you, it'll be the best entertainment you've ever had! Alistair sets down the glass in his hand, hanging his head in defeat.
All right, fine.
He acquiesces.
If Luke says I can trust you, then I'll trust you. Just don't make me regret this, all right?
You got it! Rex salutes Alistair. So, is there anywhere I'm supposed to stand, or...
There's not really a stage in this place. You can go ahead and use the bottom of the stairs there.
Alistair motions with his head.
It's a nice elevated part of the building that all the tables can see. Plus, there's no reason for anyone to go up there except staff, so no one should bother you.
Alistair continues.
You have a 30-minute slot to entertain our patrons. Nothing more, nothing less. You got that?
Got it! Just you watch. This is gonna be epic. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna entertain some entertainment tonight.
Oh, God.
Let's do this. Rex rushes up onto the steps of the tavern, immediately stealing everyone's attention. Hey, everyone! How are y'all doing tonight? Having fun with your, drinking stuff? The patrons all glance at one another in confusion, and you overhear them muttering to one another.
Who is that?
Is he a musician? Musician?
Drunk or something? Oh, no. Oh, no.
A tough crowd. They usually clap when you ask that question. He shakes his head, grinning at everyone to keep up the act. I heard that you guys were waiting for some live entertainment. Well, look no further than me. My name's Rex, and I'm gonna do some magic for you all today. Much to your surprise, the patrons begin to nod to one another, mumbling with slight interest. Now that's more like it.
Magic, huh?
I haven't seen a magic show in a while.
Usually they only do demonstrations in Aurora Alley.
In fact, I alone am capable of using a type of magic that has never before been seen within Erwin's walls. He holds up his arm. Behold! I'm in possession of a powerful artifact known as a Thaumic Gauntlet! The crowd murmurs at his statement.
What's it do?
Someone calls out. I'm glad you asked, random civilian! Rex points towards the patron. This gauntlet is capable of channeling energy out of the very room we're standing in and transform that energy into elemental power. Observe! Rex snaps his fingers and his hand would suddenly burst into flames. Ta-da!
Okay. So far, so good. This is great. Ooh.
The crowd stares at the flames in interest. That's right! By simply snapping my fingers, I made my hand burst into flames! And that's not all! I can even, Rex hesitates. What else can he do again? Move the flames around! He weakly exclaims, waving his fiery hand around mystically. Ooh, isn't that awesome? And Rex widens his stance, looking at a nearby lantern. He awkwardly rushes over to the lantern, smothering the flame between his two fingers, before walking back over to the steps. He points his gauntlet towards the extinguished lantern and snaps his fingers again, causing the wick to relight itself. I can light candles without touching them! Huh? The crowd glances at one another.
Can you do something else?
Someone asks from the counter. Sure can! What's this? Rex channels more fire into his hand, and then begins to make the fire larger in his hand. See? Look how intense the fire is! It's really hot! He grins, visibly sweating. However, the crowd now seems rather indifferent.
But can't you do anything other than the fire tricks?
A different patron asks. Why would I do anything else? Don't you see how awesome this is?
I mean, sure, it's cool, but do you have any lightning, maybe?
No, because my teacher said that's not creative enough. Some random guy from the opposite side of the bar puts his hands next to his mouth. Boo! He shouts at your statement.
Well, that's not very nice. Oh, come on.
Miley stands up too, crossing her arms and looking in the man's direction. Rex stares in that direction as well, beginning to point with his flaming hand. Listen, man! However, before Rex can finish, the fire around his hand would shoot out in a ball of flames towards the man. The man ducks under the fire, which immediately begins to eat away at the wooden beam behind him. Oh! The other customers all begin to shout and scream in alarm, several of them stumbling out of their chairs and rushing away from the flame as it spreads.
Hey!
Alistair shouts, rushing over to the fire and glaring at Rex.
Hurry up and turn that thing off!
No, sorry! Crap! There's fire! There's fire!
Fire!
I don't know what to do! I've never set something on fire! I didn't mean to set on fire! Always everything wants to set something on fire! I meant to set it on fire! Because it needs to be set on fire, but then what happened to her? I didn't I've never set something on fire before! Why is it on fire? There's so much fire! I can't stop it! It just keeps going! Why is magic fire in this dangerous? I'm freaking out right now! Why? There's more! I keep stopping! In, out, and then there's more! There just keeps coming! I'm running out! It's so hot in here! There is so much smoke! I broke the carpet! Okay, no, the carpet's okay!
Just leave the carpet! It's not the big priority! There's fire! Back in the room! 3 places!
There's silence as you all look around the empty bar awkwardly, panting. A couple of scorch marks continue to smolder and smoke on the walls around the tavern, and you do your best to cover those spots with your bodies as Alistair stares at the damages. His expression is deceivingly calm, although you notice his right eye twitching a bit.
My bar was full.
He comments quietly.
Oh my god.
Luke looks around quickly.
Is everyone alright? No one is burned or hurt. Yeah, I think we're okay. You burned my bar.
I burned your bar. Alistair stares at Rex for a long time.
I don't think I've ever had someone come into my establishment, drive out my customers, and ruin my decor all in one go.
I guess you could say I'm a very unique individual?
If I could fire you, I would.
That's fair.
I'm so sorry, Alistair.
Luke bites his lip.
I was just trying to help out. I didn't know that this would... Save it, Luke.
Alistair rubs the bridge of his nose.
It's not your fault. Who in their right mind could have possibly predicted this,
He looks around the bar.
But maybe next time, we go without entertainment for the day. But didn't you say people were complaining about that? Sure!
Alistair shrugs his shoulders.
But you of all people know that complaints don't bother me, Lily. Let them complain, it doesn't change anything. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to clean up this mess.
Without another word, Alistair walks away, vanishing into the employees-only area to gather up the proper cleaning supplies. Luke watches him go and hangs his head.
That didn't go as planned.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Sorry, Lily.
Luke glances up at you.
What do you have to apologize for?
Lily narrows her eyes.
It's not your fault. It's like you said, you were just trying to help me out. I probably should have known better when I heard you guys say entertainment.
Well, I mean, some of the customers seem to find it funny. Rex rubs the back of his neck. You know, for the bar caught on fire. Luke hangs his head at the very statement. He only glances up after a couple of moments, looking back at Lily.
Did you guys need anything else before you left? I mean, I had a question, but I really don't want to ask it anymore.
Ashford immediately steps in, leaning down next to Luke with his notepad ready, imitating Lily's tone with his own girlish, high-pitched voice.
How would you say if the traveler helped you today?
Luke blinks at the question, beginning to sweat. He opens his mouth to say something, but the words don't escape his throat.
You don't have to answer that, Luke. I think I know what you want to say. I really don't want to lie.
Luke states timidly.
But that wasn't great. Wonderful.
Ashford grins, writing down Luke's response.
Would you like us to use your name in the paper alongside your testimony as well? Please don't.
Luke shakes his head.
Especially if it's gonna get people in trouble. Look, thanks for trying anyways, Luke. I'll see you around, okay? Oh, we're still gonna hang out tomorrow, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
quietly.
Sure. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
She turns to the rest of the group.
All right, come on, guys. I think we overstayed our welcome. By a lot. I'm sorry, Alistair. Here's your carpet.
What happened to this?
Look, it's fine. You didn't mean to. I get it.
Upon leaving the tavern, Lily immediately shoves her face into her hands, groaning hopelessly.
What's wrong, Lily?
Ashford asks.
Afraid of losing our little competition so soon?
He glances up at the sky.
The sun hasn't even set yet. I hasn't even started going down yet. You have time to turn this around, right? I hate you so much. I can't even put it into words right now.
Rex steps forward. Okay, I officially learned my lesson. No more trying to be creative with fire magic.
Oh, what's the fun in that? It's
Ashford
working out
asks.
so well for you so far.
Come on, Lily, chin up! We still got this.
Do we?
Sure we do. We can figure something else out, easy peasy. You only need one good story to write your article, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Miley slowly nods. Wait, then let's try it one more time. This one will be the winner. I can feel it.
I don't know.
Come on, Wiley. Our good friend the Traveler is so enthusiastic about it.
Ashford states, chuckling.
Surely you could tag along a little longer. Do you have nothing better to do than antagonize us?
Miley narrows her eyes.
At this point, it's purely for entertainment.
Ashford admits.
With the amount of screw-ups that you both created, I have enough material to write 5 articles regarding your stupidity.
Miley's jaw tightens.
So really, keep it up. You're just fueling my victory in the end. Fine then. Come on, Rex. Let's do this one more time.
Okay, where are we going?
I don't know, somewhere, a place where you can finally get a win today and help someone. I don't care if it's getting a cat out of a tree at this point. You don't have any more friends to visit?
Actually, I might have an idea! Rex steps forward to face Lily. My magic teacher told me earlier that her assistant is running an errand for her near the mines. Let's try to go there and find her.
We could try it, but where are the mines again?
I passed by there once, but...
The mines are in Mistral Quarry.
Ashford
The district
states.
is located... The district is located between Astrocentrum and the Kinsella farmlands. Okay, I know where the farmlands are, so... Was Mistral Quarry the wooden area before that? That's right. Come on, I'll lead the way.
That's oddly helpful.
Like I said before, I can't pass up the opportunity to see you crash and burn one last time.
Yeah, in your dreams. His attempt will be different, I'm sure of it.
Let's hope so. No more fire, please, please, no, 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 no. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. No more fire. I'll pray. Oh. Well, it could be worse. This time will be different. I'm sure of it.
The mines. I haven't really walked around the mines all too much. I think I just passed through it.
I haven't seen it either. I went to the farmlands once to do a task, but I didn't exactly pay attention along the way. Just a lot of wooden buildings. So you have a magic teacher?
Yeah. She lives in like a district like over there that you found me in.
Huh, that's really cool. What are they like?
She's nice.
Oh, cool. That's great.
Just a little bit like, I don't know if condescending's the term. You know when someone's like definitely way smarter than you
Yes.
and they like know it but they're like nice about it, but it also you can tell that they're frustrated because they're way smarter than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But she's really nice and super helpful. And she knows a lot of magic too.
Yeah, but my experience with people knowing things is they can definitely be jerks.
I wouldn't call her a jerk.
This one right here rubs it in my face anytime he knows something more than me. And he's not the only one.
I wouldn't call her a jerk. She's really nice.
Oh. Well, I'm excited to meet someone who's smart and nice. Though you're pretty nice. So, I've kind of already met someone like that. Huh. This place is pretty.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't actually walked through it before. Well, no, not really. I don't really have time. I was just thinking earlier when we went into Aurora Valley. Alley. Oh my. It's so cool how this city has different areas that feel like completely different places, just hidden away.
Yeah, this feels like a completely different city.
And it's so neat.
Oh, hey!
Is that them?
Yeah, right here.
Alright, let's look at it.
Oh, what's going on here?
Oh,
You all approach the group of people standing in the middle of the walkway. A tall and muscular woman practically towers over all of you, her arms crossed as she speaks with a couple of miners. Harper's perched on the taller woman's shoulder, commenting on the situation as well.
So you're saying you lost them?
The tall woman asks the two miners. Oh, we didn't mean to, they protest. But I swear, ma'am, there's something over there. We're lucky to be alive. The woman massages her temples.
Great.
Man, what am I supposed to tell Penelope if they're lost, huh? Harper frowns, throwing her wings up in disappointment. Something wrong, Harper? Harper and the rest of the group glance in your direction. Harper immediately beams. Hey, what's up, guy? She asks, flying down to land on your shoulder instead. I thought you were busy with your class today. What are you doing out here, huh?
Is that a talking bird?
Lily exclaims in alarm at the sight of Harper. Bird! Harper snaps her head in Lily's direction, offended. How many times do I gotta tell people? I ain't no— Whoa! Are those mechanical rabbit ears? That's so cool! Lily, meet Harper the Harpy. Harper, meet Lily. A friend of yours, huh? Harper tilts her head. I should have known that a cool like you would attract just as cool people.
Wait, she's a harpy named Harper?
Lily narrows her eyes in confusion. Yeah, but just don't mention that in front of her. You know I heard both of you, right?
Do you know these people, Harper?
The taller woman turns to you all.
Hey there. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, they're alright. Harper giggles from Rex's shoulder. This one's Penelope's student, and I'm guessing these two are his friends. They're cool.
It's nice to make your acquaintances.
The woman grins.
You're Sasha Everfield, aren't you?
Ashford asks, stepping forward.
That would be me, although you guys can just call me Sasha.
She motions to the mines.
I'm the foreman and the head supervisor of Mistral Quarry.
Oh, nice to meet you, Sasha. Sasha's here just helping me with a little something, Harper states. Apparently the magic crystals that Penelope ordered from the mines got lost.
Not lost.
Sasha states, glancing at the miners.
More so they got dropped on the way out of one of our quarries.
We have to believe us, ma'am! The miners argued. There's something over there! We heard the most inhumane noise, and it sounded like it was following us!
I believe you think you heard something.
Sasha states.
After all, I can't deny that we've been seeing more monsters in the caverns, but there ain't nothing down there that would follow you all the way up here. You're probably just feeling paranoid after the awakening. How can you be so sure? I've worked in these mines for over 2 decades.
She explains.
I know the ins and outs of every one of our caverns, and I've seen my fair share of monsters. It can get pretty freaky when you're deep underground. You only got one torchlight to guide you, and all kinds of noises are echoing around you. It's easy to feel like you're losing your mind. But that is why it's important to keep your wits about you. Hear that, you two?
She glances towards the two miners. Yes, ma'am. They nod hesitantly. Where did you lose track of those crystals? They should be in a crate, the miners say. Just a bit further up the path. I'm not really sure where. And then how about we help you find them again? You don't gotta do that, guy. No. I want to help out. Come on, we can solve the mystery of the missing magic crystals. How epic does that sound, Lily?
I mean, that does sound like a pretty good headline.
Ashford rolls his eyes.
You're really grasping at straws at this point. Well, I'm not opposed to a bit of help.
Sasha states.
As long as you two stay out of the caverns and try not to mess with any of our equipment.
No problem. Leave it to me. Yeah, you can trust this guy, Sasha. Harper nods. He's a good one.
Yeah, well, he tries to be at least.
Ugh.
Alright, let's
find those missing crystals.
Yeah, the quest for the missing crystals.
Yeah. What glowy eyes you have.
Okay. So, just a box of magic crystals. Like a crate, maybe?
Yeah, but if it got lost on the way up, it might be scattered now? I don't know.
You might have to collect a bunch of crystals, you're right. Alright, looks like a scavenger hunt.
Alright.
Yeah, this is pretty
I'll take-
easy.
I hope. And it seems like it's something simple. We don't really have to use
This place is really
any
cool. Look at that, is that
entertainment or-
quarry?
Oh, I think you're right. I've never seen something like this in person before.
I'm allergic to quarries.
Whoa. Whoa, and look at this. It's some sort of like line.
A line? Whoa, you're right.
Whoa! And there's a thing over there. What?
Dang. It's all on the mountainside.
No, this is cool. Huh.
Heck yeah. Oh man.
Wow, those buildings on the side of
Chad,
the
are you
mountain.
guys seeing this?
That is really cool. Oh,
Thank you for blessing me.
looks like your friend is over here.
And-
Oh, what is that? Is that normal? Is it a normal thing? Is it like a helper? Does it help move crates? Is that what it's doing?
Wait, what is that?
Maybe it's friendly.
You gaze at the sight before you in horror. Ashford, Sasha, Harper, and a couple of the miners would stand behind you, although all of their faces would have gotten pale at the sight of the creature. Monster itself is hunched over a broken crate, chomping at some glittering shards and rocks on the ground. Ma'am, the miner starts to speak, although their voice would be so high-pitched. Ma'am! The miner starts to speak, although their voice would be so high-pitched you can barely understand what they're saying. Hasha cuts them off.
Be very quiet and very still. Do you hear me?
I've never seen anything like this before.
You say that like seeing monsters is normal for you.
Ashford whispers at you in shock. What's it doing? Rex tilts his head at the creature. You all watch as it munches down on the glittering stones for some time. Eventually, Harper breaks the silence. Wait a minute! Those look like magic crystals! Don't tell me those are the ones that Penelope ordered! I don't want to be that guy, but I think they are. See, we were right! There was something following us! A miner states. Who's gonna eat us next? I know it! The miner's voice immediately alerts the monster of your presence, and it grunts, snapping its head up in your direction.
Not another word.
Sasha mutters.
You don't want to provoke it. None of us are qualified to.
Hey man, what do you think you're doing? Rex, are you crazy? Harper immediately snaps, jumping away from Rex to sit atop Lily's head. Without fear, Rex walks towards the monster, frowning. It stares at him. Yeah, I'm talking to you! He nods. My friend needed those crystals! Those are food! The monster holds its gaze, slowly reaching down and biting another mouthful of crystals. What does that mean? Stop eating them, dude!
Rex, I don't think this is the best idea.
However, Lily's sentence is cut off as Viden's voice sounds in her mind.
Miley, do you find this creature's actions at all curious? What? Is now really the time?
Put the crystals down, X orders the monster. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to make you. And we don't want to do that, right?
What are you trying to imply here, Biden? At first glance, you could say the crystal is acting out of hunger, like the creature is acting out of hunger. After all, why else would it try to eat magical crystals? But take a look at its physique.
Lily narrows her eyes as Rex loads his gauntlet. The monster appears rather healthy and large. What's Viden getting at?
You can see it as well, can't you? It isn't bony or skinny. In fact, it appears well fed. Therefore, why would it be so desperately eating those crystals if it did not have a purpose to eat them? Well, it's not eating the crystals for food.
The realization shoots through Lily's mind as she rushes forward. Rex raises his gauntlet up to the monster. All right, since you're not listening, I'm gonna have to get you away from those crystals with force!
Rex, wait!
In an instant, Rex shoots fire at the monster and sets it ablaze. However, you all watch as the fire swirls around the monster, not necessarily burning it, but engulfing it and becoming one with it. Oh, what the heck? The monster roars in anger, consuming and absorbing the flames, the embers burning about its being.
Shoot! Both of you, get away from that thing!
The miners run away in alarm, shouting and screaming.
Oh, no!
Dude, come on! I'm dead!
Oh, no! Oh,
Alright,
oh.
that's fine.
Okay. Maybe,
How are we gonna do this?
Carefully is how we're gonna do this. Come on, help me out. If we can try to tag team it, maybe we can catch it off guard.
Right, how do we do that one?
Okay, it's shooting things!
Is it?
Yes, it is shooting things! Oh!
We'll dodge it! It's
okay,
throwing fire!
doing that already.
Well, you don't get to throw fire! I can't even throw fire that far!
Apparently it's a little bit better at throwing fire than you are!
Oh boy!
It knows how to aim!
What is it throwing?
Oh dear! Oh no!
Oh wait, that's fine.
Okay.
Ow,
you're
less
on-
fine,
you're on
less
fire.
fine,
It's okay,
less
I'll
fine,
switch in,
less fine.
No, it's okay. Oh, it's panicking, it's panic throwing. I can get a good hit in. Ah, I'm on fire. I am on fire.
You are
Switch
on
out.
fire!
Ugh.
Oh no, I'm on fire too!
It doesn't seem to like us getting close to it. It gets more upset the closer you get.
Yeah,
Reasonably
I'm
so.
getting that. I'm getting that vibe. You jump away from the monster, panting.
Did you really have to shoot it with fire, Rex?
How was I supposed to? It would make it stronger!
Why else would it have been eating magic crystals?
Because it was hungry?
Now is really not the time.
Sasha cuts both of you off.
Can you two get rid of this thing or not? Yes, I can. Them?
Ashford shouts out.
Who do you think they are, hunters? You're making a wannabe reporter and a wannabe mage fight against an overgrown furnace? Don't any of your people know how to take this thing down since they're so accustomed to monsters?
The monster roars at the conflict and the shouting. It lowers its head, steadying its gaze directly on Ashford. It lunges forward, charging in his direction. His eyes widen in horror as the firing creature gets closer and closer.
No, you don't!
Lily rushes after the creature, lunging into the air in an effort to close the distance. She slams into its side, pushing it away from Ashford and causing both of them to tumble. Lily and the creature crash into the railing next to the quarry before falling to the ground below. Lily cries out upon impact, quickly stumbling away from the creature and patting at a couple of small embers that stick to her sleeve and her cloak. Lily!
Don't worry, I'm fine.
Lily shouts back up.
I can take it.
The monster cries and roars again as the fires rage around it. It lunges at Lily, who dodges out of the way, wincing slightly as she skids against the rough stones. Oh gods, this isn't happening! Harper says, beginning to flutter and fly away from the scene. Oh crap! Hang on, Lily! I'm gonna figure out something out! Alright, I'm gonna figure out how to help you!
Take your time.
Lily shouts back sarcastically. Tons of miners rush around the railing to watch as Lily continues her battle against the creature. Sasha and Ashford both rush forward as well, looking into the quarry.
Ashford hesitates. His expression would be one of genuine conflict with himself. He grits his teeth. Would you be more careful for unity's sake? Yeah, that's my plan. Shoot!
Okay. Oh crap. Okay, Lily's just fighting it down there. Okay. We'll figure out how to help her. That'll be easy. How do we help her? Harper! We need a plan! Harper! You and Harper quickly rush away from the scene, although you can still hear the monster's shrieks from the base of the quarry. Harper would flap frantically, looking around the area, her eyes wide and her brow furrowed. Oh my gods, oh my gods, oh my gods! She looks back at you. Why did you have to set it on fire, Rex? What was I supposed to know would make it worse? Fire always makes things worse! Harper retorts, her voice cracking. Dozens of people would rush towards the scene. You recognize some people in mining gear among them, no doubt workers from around the area. A man with long hair and a scar across his face would walk by you as well, looking out into the quarry from the broken balcony. Oh, this is bad, this is really bad! Harper stammers. We gotta go get help! We are the help! We can't be the help, we don't know what we're doing! The harpy cries dramatically. Wait, calm down! Just calm down, we need a plan! You point back towards the quarry. Riley's fighting that thing alone down there! I can't use magic against it, because it ends up making things worse! But Riley also probably can't just fight the thing forever! Harper looks at the ground, trying to think. Well, because your spell strengthened it and made it catch fire, then it was probably eating those crystals from before to empower itself! So we've got to find a way to unempower it! She states simply. How do we do that? Beats me! You think I fought some magic monsters before? I just came here to pick up some crystals, guy! You look around, trying to pinpoint something that could help you in this situation. Eventually, your gaze falls upon the river adjacent to the quarry. You blink at it as gears begin to turn in your mind. You glance between the fiery light emanating from the quarry and the calm waters of the river. Fire. Water. Wait a second! Your eyes eventually move up towards the crane directly next to the water. On the end of the crane would be a large metal bucket attached to a hook. Your eyes widen. I got an idea! Harper, come on! It's right there! Okay, this way! Okay, she's still good, she's still good. They're still fighting, I can still hear them fighting. Okay. You rush over to the crane, finding a panicked miner standing by its base. He looks into the quarry with a horrified expression. Oh, I knew it! I knew something was around here! And they said that I was being paranoid, but I was right! I was a monster! I was right! Hey, dude! The man turns to you. You see that thing, right? I'm not crazy, right? No, it's seriously there, and it's seriously on fire! So I need to use that crane! What? Use the crane? He glances back at the crane, immediately furrowing his brow. He turns back to you, shaking his head and shaking his head back and forth and crossing his arms, rejecting your demand. No way, man! You need years of training to operate something like this. I can't just let you start messing around with— Can't do that one! Sorry! You instantly push him out of the way, jumping in front of what you can only assume is the control mechanisms of the crane. Hey! He shouts in alarm, tumbling into the river from the sheer force of your shove. No! You and Harper watch as he washes away with the current. He'll be fine, right? Probably. Why exactly did you need a crane again? She glances into the quarry. You're not gonna break anything, right? We need to weaken the monster, right? So why don't we try cooling it off? Harper glances at the crane, her head flicking in every direction as she tries to put together your same plan. Eventually, her eyes widen. Oh! Good thinking, guy! Now I just gotta figure out how to— Crane! Yep, no biggie! Okay. Alright. Crane. I hope he's okay in that river. You know what? I'm sure he's fine. He totally just, didn't get swept away into nothing. That's fine. Okay. Hey, chat, voices in head. I need you to open up a crane operating manual and tell me how I work this thing, okay? So I've got no idea, and here I am, sitting by a crane. Harper, do you know? No? Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Nope, not a clue. Okay, they're cool. There's this lever, and this lever, and then this lever, and this lever, and this switch, and this button. Okay, how's Lively doing down there? She's doing pretty good. She's dodging it pretty well. She's doing really good, actually. Holy crap. It's like she knows what she's doing. Look at her. She's hopping around, she's strafing. What the heck? She's not even being set on fire right now. That's super impressive. She makes it look easy. I want to be able to fight like that. No, Riley! No, crap! Okay, crap, how do I switch this? I don't know how to work this thing! Can I ask for help? No. Okay, you cannot ask anyone for help, Rex. Just focus. You can figure this out. Come on! Harper flaps up and down next to your ear, nagging you. You got it! Do I? I don't know if I got it! You know how to use a rare magic gauntlet. You don't know how to use a crane? Do those sound the same to you? I don't know. I've never used either of them before. Then let me be the first to tell you that they're not the same! In that exact moment, you flick up a lever, and suddenly, the entire crane would shudder and rumble. You both glance at each other, and then glance back at the crane as a redstone light within the mechanisms would begin to flicker and glow. Does that mean it's on? Or that it's about to explode? Hopefully the first one. Come on! You nudge one of the mechanisms experimentally. You notice the body of the crane flick to the right, directly toward the water. You and Harper stare at it in awe and excitement. Oh, you totally got it! I never doubted you for a second! Moment of truth, Harper! Get ready! That switch! This button! Okay, I think I got this! Yeah, I totally got this! Riley!
Oh, here!
Hey, come on! I have an idea! Let's do this! Come on!
Okay, fine, let's do it!
Just get it into position! I got this!
Yeah, I'd hope so.
Can't you make it crane any faster?
Not really! Come on!
After today, I am so done with magic fire. Now!
You all reconvene with the rest of the group. Harper, Ashford, Sasha, and the unknown scarred man who joined the fray.
Nice work, you two.
Sasha grins.
Especially you.
She motions to Lily.
You're pretty tough for someone your size, you know. You could put up quite the fight against that thing. If I didn't know any better, I would think this wasn't your first time facing a big monster. Yeah, you wouldn't be wrong.
Someone's full of surprises. Harper frowns. You know, you could have said something before about being a secret hunter.
I'm not a secret hunter.
Lily puts her hands up.
I've just picked up a couple of things here and there. I had a pretty good teacher a while back. Huh. I'll bet given those ears you've got.
An unknown man states, placing his hands on his hips.
What? You know what these are?
He nods.
Both of you? Meet Lysander Hawk.
Shastra states.
Just Hawk is fine. I'm the leader of the Hunters Association. What? You're what? When I heard the miners talking about a potential monster,
Sasha.
I asked when I heard the thank you. When I heard the miners talking about a potential monster, I asked one of my people to deliver a message to Hawk. I didn't want to believe there was a monster, like I said earlier. I thought maybe they were just being paranoid. But on the off chance that there was something, I thought I'd call in a favor. After all, you owed me after last time.
Sasha grins at Hawk.
And I'm here, aren't I? I didn't want to bother any of the other hunters with a potential false alarm, so I thought I'd check it out for myself. But it looks like someone else already beat me to the punch.
Hawk looks back at Lily.
Oh my gosh. You're actually the hunter leader. Oh my...
What, you didn't think to jump in and help us out? I had to figure out how to work a crane without a license!
Looks like your friend had it covered.
Hawk states.
I didn't want to steal her thunder, especially when she didn't really need the help. So that's why you gave me advice.
The man nods.
That was some impressive work, really. What did you say your name was again? Lily. Well, Lily, you've got the mind of a hunter, all right. We could use someone like you in our guild.
He states, crossing his arms.
Why haven't I seen you around? I tried to apply, but one of your people turned me away and told me that I was wasting their time. I'm sorry to hear that.
Hawk furrows his brow.
I'll admit, some of the other hunters can't see potential when it's right in front of them.
Still, do we know why that monster was here in the first place?
Before you blasted it,
Lily starts to speak before hesitating. She can't tell them about Viden. They would never believe her. She clears her throat, starting again.
I noticed that it wasn't really hungry looking. It looked healthy. I figured it was eating the crystals to empower itself and feed off of the magic. And I'm guessing it tracked the miners up from the caves because it was actually going for the crystals. Not a bad theory.
Sasha states.
I'll bet that the awakening had something to do with this too.
Why the awakening?
You probably heard about how all the ancient magic riled up the monsters outside the city?
Sasha says.
Well, same goes for the monsters down in the mines. We've seen an increase lately in the bats and bugs that crawl down around there. Monsters like that probably reacted to the ancient magic too. I'll bet that thing lives down there where we mine up the crystals, and all the extra magic riled it up and made it walk all the way up here. Huh. At least it's handled now. So it seems. Sasha didn't even need my help.
Hawk chuckles before turning back to Lily.
You know, Lily, if you want to give the Hunters Association another try, we could really use someone with your potential. If you want to stop by, tell the Hunters that you're there to talk to me and they'll let you in. I really appreciate the offer, actually. I'll think about it.
Ashford seems strangely silent as he just watches over the scene.
Well then.
Hawk claps his hands.
I'd better get back since there's no monsters to be defeated around here. Take care, Sasha. You too, Hawk. Thanks for coming out here, and thank you too for your help.
Sasha grins. Wait, so you're saying we actually helped, right?
Isn't that what I just said?
Yes! Do you hear that, Lily? We helped! You're gonna have the best headline ever!
I never should have doubted you.
I mean, well, they probably could still doubt me a little. It's on me that the monster burst into flames and got stronger. And this still doesn't solve the fact that I don't have any crystals to give to Penelope. I'll just have to go and give her her money back. He can get the next crate, right, Sasha?
I'll get my people working on that thing first thing tomorrow.
Sasha agrees with Harper.
Until then, I think we need a break.
That's something, I guess. Penelope won't be happy about this, though.
I'm sure she'll manage. This was out of our control.
She probably won't be too happy with me either.
Well, I'll leave you guys to figure that out. I've got to go make a report about this incident.
Sasha
Feel free to
states,
stop. I'm so sorry. Feel free to stop by again anytime, you two. And Lily, if you need anything or if anyone around here gives you trouble, you come to me, all right? After today, I've got your back. Thanks, Sasha.
Lily nods. With that, Sasha departs, leaving you both with Harper and Ashford. Rex crosses his arms, seemingly dejected about something.
Huh? What's up, Rex? You don't really seem too happy after saving the day.
It's not that, he says. This is about my assignment today. Sure, we got a killer article for you to write now, but for me, I don't think I've got any ideas of that spell I want to make. All I've done today is set things on fire. At least in the end, we were able to stop the thing with the river water. It would have been ended so much sooner if I had a way to put out the fire. Wait! What? I got it!
Got what?
My spell idea! I gotta go. I'll see you around, Lily! Well, hey! Don't just go rushing off. I gotta get back to the tower, too! Harper calls, flying ahead of Rex and rushing to the tower.
Okay, bye!
See you, Laylee! It was nice hanging out with you!
Thanks for the headline!
Okay. They're just gonna make our way all the way back. I got such a banger spell! This is possibly my own personal magnum opus. Yeah, I think this is really gonna knock some socks off. Just gotta get all the way over there. Oh man, the city's huge. That was a good day though, actually. I had so much fun. You know, for a second there, it didn't look like everything would work out in the end, but then it did anyway. Which is nice. And hanging out with Lily was pretty fun. Like a whole lot of fun. Now we return to Cantaloupe, yes. And thank you for the bits, by the way. I really appreciate that, Scoots. I don't know if anyone else donated or gifted anything that I might have missed. But I saw the bits, I just didn't get the chance to react. But thank you. I really appreciate it. We are close now. We left the district. Now we just gotta find, crap. Where's Aurora Alley from here? We just have to cross the bridge, right? Right, yeah, right, yeah. It's across the bridge and then to the left, I think, from this end. And I'm getting used to running across Arrowin. It's actually kind of fun, if I'm being completely honest. Okay. Trying to see if I can spot the tower anywhere. I see it. I see the large trees. I saw it. It's right there. Okay. Not that way. That's a dead end. It's this way. Yes! Hee hee hee! There it is! New spell, new spell, new spell, new spell. Oh, this is gonna be so freaking awesome. Yeah! Ah. Penelope! Oh crap, where is she? She might be upstairs? Could check her office. She here? Yeah! You rush into Penelope's office quickly, a huge grin on your face. Penelope and Harper both stand behind Penelope's desk, muttering to one another. So we'll have to wait for them to get more, Penelope asks Harper before sighing. How bothersome. Hey, at least it wasn't me this time. Harper puts her wings up in surrender. I never said it was, Penelope frowns. This incident was out of your control. Exactly, just like last week. No, last week you were clumsy and dropped the potions all on your own. I figured it out! You announce your presence loudly, causing Harper to shriek like a harpy. She flutters off of Penelope's shoulder, landing on a tall bookshelf nearby instead. When the heck did you even get here, guy? She snaps at you. I almost had a heart attack! What did you figure out exactly, Rex? Penelope asks calmly. Oh, don't even act like you weren't scared, Penelope! Harper snaps at her next. I figured out the assignment! I know what spell I want to make! Really? Penelope raises her eyebrows, adjusting her monocle to look at you. She walks around her desk. I understand what you were saying before, too. You continue. Oh, today, I was using magic destructively. Like you said. I didn't realize that there's gotta be some kind of balance between magic that's extremely powerful and magic just being genuinely handy. I kinda learned the hard way that you can't just use magic and brute force to solve all your problems. You can say that again, Harper snickers, flying down from the shelf to land on Penelope's desk. He set a monster on fire. What? Penelope glances at Harper. It wasn't fun, but it was a great learning experience. Penelope looks between the two of you in confusion, before she would just sigh. It seems that the two of you had quite the eventful adventure today. She glances back towards her desk, picking up a large book. But I'm pleased to hear that you finally understood what I was trying to say, Rex. I'm proud of you. You can't help but beam at her words. So, does that mean I can make a spell now? Yes, it does indeed. Penelope laughs a bit at your enthusiasm. In fact, I may even have a small surprise for you in that regard. Both of you, follow me. Penelope holds out her arm for Harper, who instantly flies up and latches onto her. Penelope carries Harper out of the room and motions for you to walk behind her. Oh, okay. What's down here? Is it gonna be a cake? I could go for a cake right now. Is it a magic cake? I would love a magic cake. Is that a thing? Magic cake? I want to try magic cake. Huh. You walk with Penelope and Harper toward the focal manipulator in the workshop. However, this time, there'd be a number of materials and tools next to the manipulator. You look over the various small crystals before your eyes fall upon a familiar, shimmering and colorless orb. A focus. You walk over to the focus and pick it up, testing its weight in your hand. It was harder to find a spare focus than I thought, Penelope admits behind you. But I suppose I should have seen that coming. Like I said before, thaumaturgy isn't a common practice in Arrowin. Thanks, Penelope. Now then, she waltzes forward. No time to waste, right? I've collected all the necessary crystals we should need to make a very simple spell. She motions to each of the crystals carefully, placing a finger on each crystal as she identifies them for you. This orange one is your Ignis crystal. Then there's your air crystal here, the light yellow. This is an aqua crystal here, and this is the terra crystal. The colors are fairly self-explanatory, no? And then, are these two light and dark? You point at the white and black crystals on the table. Penelope nods. Their formal names are Ordo and Perditio. I wasn't sure what you would want to use when you got back, so I ensured that I had a bit of everything. Isn't she misprepared? Harper jokes. Hush, you. So, how do we start? Firstly, she steps forward, motioning to the focal manipulator. You place your focus in the center of the device. Then we may begin to imbue power into it. She motions to the crystals. Select which aspect's crystal you'd like the focus to channel, and then present it to the device as well. Then, all you have to do is offer the device some vis, and the spell will be made. Gotcha. So first, we do this. You pick up the focus from the table, placing it in the center of the focal manipulator. Conveniently, there's a small concave dip in the exact middle that perfectly holds the focus in place. You pull away, putting your hands up cautiously, as if any small movement from your end will knock it off balance. Okay, and then I need... You glance over at the crystals. You look over the different colors carefully, your eyes narrow. Given what you want to make, you know that you don't need anything outrageous. You recall what your Thaumanomicon said about the primary aspects. The author found a mundane use for every single one of these crystals, and he said that the one he used for water was... Your hand hovers over the various crystals, before eventually you reach down and pick up the aqua crystal. Yeah. This is it. Okay. Now, I set the crystal here, and then activate it. Whoa! 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 Oh, yes! Yes! I did it! You withdraw the focus from the manipulator, holding it up triumphantly before Penelope and Harper. Behold! My very own custom spell!
Ooh! Harper stares at it. I don't think I've ever seen a student make one of those before.
Impressive work, Rex. Penelope nods. You catch on quickly. She stares at the focus with narrow eyes. Now, what exactly does this focus of yours do? I'll have you know that it's the pinnacle of creativity. Check this out! You glance towards one of the candles near the strange ritual site in the workshop. You place the focus into your gauntlet, locking it into place, before holding up your hand and simply snapping your fingers. The focus glows in response to your action, and the three of you watch as a droplet of water would condense over the candle. The water falls upon the wick, instantly extinguishing the flame and causing a steady pillar of smoke to rise from the candle.
What did I just watch?
Harper tilts her head. It's a water spell! Now, whenever I set something on fire, I can put it out! Penelope and Harper glance between you and the now unlit candle. Penelope opens her mouth to speak before hesitating, trying to think of what to say. You created an extinguishing spell. Yeah? How creative is that? Huh? It's something, certainly, Penelope says carefully.
It doesn't, like, do anything else?
Harper starts to say before Penelope nudges her harshly. Is it not good? No, Rex. Penelope shakes her head, walking forward. It's an excellent start. She smiles. It may not seem like much at the moment, but I'm sure it will come in handy given your antics. She turns back to the gauntlet crystals gathered around the focal manipulator. More importantly, however, is the fact you're able to learn a valuable lesson in the unique uses of magic. Which is the creative uses thing, right? Precisely, Penelope states, holding up one of the crystals carefully. Magic is so much more than chaos and carnage. It can be used to create what some might even call miracles. Feats that seem so impossible suddenly become plausible. Her expression becomes almost unreadable as her eyes narrow. Those who find magic to only bring harm or destruction are ignorant of its truest wonder. You alright, Penelope? She blinks back into reality, looking up at you. Ah, yes, perfectly fine. She smiles. Just think about what I've said. Alright, Vex? Right, I can do that. Wonderful. In that case, I would consider today's lessons a success. Wouldn't you? Are you kidding? I got a whole new spell! You shrug. Sure, things started off a little rough, but this baby makes it all worth it! You begin to play with your new spell, snapping your fingers and dramatically motioning to every candle in the room, putting out the fires. Penelope walks forward, putting a hand above your gauntlet and pushing your arm down gently, her smile strained. Perhaps you can practice your new spell elsewhere? You don't want to hurt yourself walking to the stairs because there's no light, do you? Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah, who do you think has to relight all those candles now, guy?
Harper frowns.
Thanks a lot!
Simmer down, Harper. Penelope glances back at her before looking at you. It's getting late, Rex. You should get yourself home while Harper and I work at tidying up. All right? All right. Same time next week? Of course. Penelope nods her head. Have a good night, Rex. And good work today.
See you around, guy! And maybe without the monsters next time.
I got a whole new spell! I'll wait till Ella sees this thing! Ow! I'll work on that. Well, I'm really proud of myself, I think. It's a, yeah. I think this is a really good day today. Let's get out there. I can't wait to see what tomorrow has in store. Oh, I'm so excited! I hope Lily's doing okay. Yeah, I'm sure she is. She's really, really cool.
Great! After that entire fiasco, we'll have to work harder at getting some more crystals out from the caves tomorrow. I still have people waiting on our stock.
Are you sure that's safe, ma'am?
As long as you keep your eyes peeled and report any activity to me, it'll be fine. But we can't let something like this happen again.
Yes, ma'am.